Hello, I'm Dynast Amir.
So I reached out to another friend of mine. I said, look, I need to go on vacation somewhere. Where should I go? He said, go to Africa. And not only am I going to go, I'm going to explore a new country. So I went to Tanzania, South Africa, Namibia, Mali, Senegal, Morocco, Liberia, Namibia, Kenya, the Voodoo Festival in Ouida, Gambia, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire. Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria. It's been a beautiful experience, just learning more about our culture, our indigenous culture. So Uhuru means freedom in Swahili. I'm in search of my roots. In finding that, I would experience my Uhuru, which is freedom.
Till next time, Dynast Amir, I'm out.
Peace, family. I hope all is well. I hope your Monday is going well, guys. Do me a favor, hit the like button again. Please hit the like button. That is your price and cost of admission. So please hit the like button as you come to the chat room. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. If you've been hiding under a rock, again, if you've been hiding under a rock and if you have not bought the documentary In Search of Uhuru, again, if you've been hiding under a rock and if you have not bought the documentary In Search of Uhuru, please go to search. Of course you can. Mossy TV, do me a favor. Give me about 25 minutes. Give me about 25 minutes, then I'll open up the lines and you're more than welcome to call in. Give me about 25 minutes. So do me a favor, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Go to searchforuhuru.com. Buy the documentary. That was a trailer. If you have not bought the documentary In Search of Uhuru, please go to searchforuhuru.com and buy the documentary. I would greatly appreciate it. This documentary is going to motivate you and encourage you to go to the continent. And no one has a story like mine. Again, no one has a story like mine. So again, please go to searchforuhuru.com and buy the documentary. Guys, share this with a friend. And like I said, we're going to open the lines in 30 minutes. Announcement, tours. Our tours. We are rolling to Sierra Leone. Again, we're rolling to Sierra Leone this thing. Come on now. There you go. We are rolling to Sierra Leone. We are rolling to Sierra Leone in April. Again, we are rolling to Sierra Leone in April. So please go to Danfo, DANFO .Africa. Again, please go to Danfo, DANFO .Africa. All right, go to Danfo.Africa to learn more. We are also rolling to Senegal in May for the Jazz Festival. We are rolling to Senegal in May for the Jazz Festival. So go to donfo.africa to learn more about the Jazz Festival. Then we're going to Nigeria in August for the Oshun Festival. Again, we're going to Nigeria in August for the Oshun Festival. And then we're going to cap it or finish it off with Zanzibar in November. So go to Danfo, DANFO.Africa. Again, go to Danfo, DANFO.Africa to learn more. Again, once again, we would love to have you. We will love to have you all. It really means a lot. Come and travel with Danfo. All right, let's jump into today's topic. Are we moving towards a global society? How to prepare? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. You know, and I've been preaching. Let's see here. What have I been preaching? Number one, have your Africa plan. Have an Africa plan. And it's to the point now, if it's not an Africa plan, just have a plan outside of America. All right, whether it's Panama, I see people going to Thailand, hell, Mexico, a lot of people in Colombia. Just have a plan where you can get residency, open up bank accounts, set up businesses outside of America. Passports. I've said this before. Having multiple, where's my passport at? Where's my other passports? I have 3 passports. I think it's over there somewhere. Having multiple passports, okay, gives you options. And also, passports are wealth, because that's something that your children can inherit. Again, passports are wealth because that is something that your children can inherit. Okay, so again, we are moving towards a global society, and I get it. You know, FBA, ADOS team, we ain't running. You know, we built this country. You know, these tellers, they eating off the tables and they eating off the backs of the work we put in. I'm sorry, it's 2023. People have moved on. All right, that's just the reality. People have moved on. People are building. It is what it is. But I would say take advantage of this global society. Take advantage of this global economy. Take advantage of it. We've also spoke on people being priced out of America. Listen, I'm in Atlanta. Atlanta was once a place where if you wanted to reinvent yourself, you know, if you were priced out of California, you know, houses going for $400,000 in Sacramento, $300,000 in Sacramento. There was one time where you could come to Atlanta, Georgia, and buy your whole city block, whole 3,000 square foot house for $100,000. Those days are over. Those days are over. They're over. So if you're looking to, build wealth, acquire real estate, some people are looking outside of the country because they have to. They have no choice. They have no choice. So they have to look for opportunities outside of America. But a lot of us are either so comfortable here or have been fed that, you know, you can't have a better life or shouldn't seek other opportunities outside of America because everything is so good here in America. Or then you have the other people who are like, well, we built this country and we don't flee, we fight. You know, we don't flee, we fight. And these tethers, they coming over here and they eating off the backs of our ancestors. You know, you got them. So, excuse me, you got them. So, guys, I think everybody should have an international plan where you will engage people outside of America and build outside of America as well. That's just me personally. Listen, I'm going to put the link in the chat room. If you want to call in, please click on the link and call in. Again, if you want to call in, please click on the link and call in. And then, somebody messaged me to this morning. Relationships. We had a sister on yesterday. She found love in Ghana. You got the passport bros, the hated passport bros. They're finding love outside of America. Because the way things are set up in America, a lot of people, I was thinking as a man, men don't find value in raising a family here in America because of just what's going on in America. Whether it's the court system, which is very biased towards men, or, these days, or even if you have if you have a daughter, now boys can identify as women and share the same space as your daughters. And so a lot of men just don't find value in raising children here in America. So a lot of people are starting to look outwards, outside of America. So, guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call in, click on the link. Again, link is in the chat room. If you want to log in, if you want to, if you want to join us, like I said, log in. What did I say? If you want to come and join us and come into the chat, click on the link. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Alexis here, coming to you with an awesome sale of 25% off when you use promo code UHURU25 at alexisfowler.com. I provide services like digital art, logo designs, packaging designs, web designs, social media flyers, and much more. If you're an entrepreneur with a business or a startup company, make sure you take advantage of this opportunity, getting 25% off when you use promo code UHURU25 at alexisfowler.com.
At the Okoli Law Group, we specialize in producing justice. If you or a loved one in the Atlanta metro area is facing serious criminal charges, then you need serious legal representation.
The Okoli Law Group is here for you. The Okoli Law Group is here for us.
The Okoli Law Group, serious legal representation.
All right, guys, go ahead and click on the link and call in. Again, go ahead and click on the link, and you are more than welcome to call in. But like I said, you have men and women who are starting to find love outside of America because of just the stress that's here in America, and then the direction that the country's going in when it comes to certain moral factors. Some men are like, listen, leave the kids out of it. If you want to identify as a certain sex when you're not that sex, that's completely fine. But leave the children out of it. Then you have, like I said, the court system, the family court system, which is very biased towards men. So men are like, forget it. We're going to build our families outside of America. But links in the chat room. I know somebody was in the chat room saying they wanted to call in. Well, here's your opportunity. Monty TV, links in the chat room. Click on the link, and you are more than welcome to call in. All right, I'm going to give you a second, whatever that means. Excuse me. Links in the chat room if you want to call in. So, Mossy, if you said you wanted to call in, but now you're driving. So the show's going on. Links in the chat room. If you want to call in, you're more than welcome to click on a link and then call and add to the conversation. But we are shifting to a global society, and some people are going to get left behind. I didn't say go back to Africa. I just said have an international plan. Going back to Africa can be an option if that's what you want to do, but I just said have an international plan. We are shifting to global, but we must try to call the shots on something, not just get led. Well, that's up to you. No one's not stopping you from calling the shots. No one is stopping you from calling shots. After going to Africa, I can't even imagine staying in America no more. Wiley, you got to come on here talking about your wife, your Solonian wife. Your wife is Sierra Leone. You got to come here and talk about your wife is Sierra Leone. Major visuals, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, so the topic.
All right, you hung up or your phone went dead. Make sure you got to charge your Nokia flip phone. You got to charge your Nokia flip phone, fam. All right, there we go. Major visuals, go ahead. You got to unmute yourself.
Yo.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, right? So do you mean like African people as a collective moving towards a global society, or do you mean like
the whole globe, everybody?
Nah, I don't think so. I still think that, you know, Europeans have the mindset of like world domination. They want to control their world. And, you know, us as African people, we need to see that and create our own type of world.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with everyone moving towards a global society?
Because I don't think that integration is going to work. I think that what
we're already integrated, fam.
no, what they're trying to do is assimilate us into one, which makes it easier to control everyone. That's what that's why they're doing a whole bunch of culture, like trying to shape the culture of, like, you know, different gender neutral. They're just trying to do something for everybody so everybody can integrate into the society easy. I mean,
right, but yeah, that's a Western thing, though. As far as the whole gender neutral and all that, that's more of a Western thing. But as far as global society, I'm just saying seeking opportunities outside of America.
Okay.
Is going to be necessary moving forward in the 21st century.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Black people in America, the United States of America, will eventually seek different options outside of the United States. But, you know, right now, I don't see it happening. Like, something bad has to really happen, because, you know, we're a reactionary people, in order to grasp that message. Like, yeah, we got to, you know, look for different options. But at the same time, I do feel like a lot of Black people won't get that message, and, you know, they'll just perish. So yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, you know.
Anything else you want to add to the conversation?
No, I mean, not at the moment. Honestly, this is my first time hopping on a mic, talking to, you know, a bunch of people, so I'm kind of nervous, but I thought I'd try it out.
We got oh boy. Man, Shout, where you been, Shouty? Where you been?
But first of all, I was raised indoors, not outdoors. I got to salute your platform, my brother. I see what you're doing over there in other countries. I see went to your website, Dunfo, man. I talked to people that, you know, that want to find a different outlook and want to see what Africa is about, instead of just hearing what people say what African that's coming from the Africans, that's coming from the Americans, that's coming from the people in diaspora, and that's comes from major media itself. So it's good to have a person that's on the ground, you know what I'm saying, and there's a certified operator for the tours to go over there and take you around, you know what I'm saying, so you can have a good constructive, you know, way of going to seek out, so you can go over there and hug the ground and kiss the floor and watch people dancing around with struggle flip-flops on and eat you some spicy greens.
Don't be hating on the struggle flip.
I'm just saying, man, the flip-flop be extra. You know, it amazes me how they can get 5 miles a day out those flip-flops right there, bro.
Listen, they get 5 miles. They get 1,000 miles, 10,000 miles.
I know, bro. I be thinking that they're gonna have like a little pit stop, a little flip-flop pit stop like they do at NASCAR or something, bro. But you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, they keep them slim. I need to get on that diet my damn self, man, because, you know, just because I go to Church's Chicken and get the 3-piece and I don't eat the biscuit, I'm still eating the greasy ass chicken. You get what I'm saying?
Listen, speaking of Church's Chicken, I went to Church's Chicken a couple weeks ago, and I just wanted some fried okra. Fried okra was so fire at Church's.
Yeah, cause they got it dipped in chicken grease ass. You know what I'm saying? Like you can put enough salted lard and sugar on anything and make it taste good, man. You can put some squirrel ankles with some dip it in the Church's chicken grease, it'll do you good. But I digress. How's everybody doing, man? I am Hustle Smart. My channel is the Simp Police Academy. Dynast was supposed to sponsor a video for mine in Sierra Leone that I ain't seen yet. Put
it up. It's been up.
He ain't put it up, man.
It's up.
It ain't up. I ain't seen it. But you gotta send it to me. I ain't seen it yet.
Okay.
But
listen,
when it comes,
look, I shouted you out and everything.
Well, you gotta send me the timestamp in the video.
Okay.
So this is the thing. When it comes to global economics, I think I think I would just listen to the last brother, and I don't think he really understand what global economics is. You get what I'm saying?
No,
Because
I do. I get economics. I get everything. Well, nah, I can't say I get everything, but I get it. Yeah.
like, bro, just you just contradicted yourself in your answer. So let me just
No,
spell
no,
it out for you.
I'm trying to get the vibe of like what's the what we talking about here.
It's no vibes. See, that's the weird thing when it come to black people, when it come to conducting business. It's no vibes.
No,
It's
I'm talking
black.
about the
Can I
conversation.
finish, my brother? Can I
Yeah,
finish?
go ahead, go ahead.
You know
You
what I'm
got
saying?
the
Like,
platform. I'm
we
not
can,
trying to cut you.
listen, brother, I promise you, we can go to church and we can sing at the same time, but we can't talk at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's no melodic voices when it comes to that. But anyway, but you know what I'm saying? The problem is with a lot of black people, we allow our feelings and what we think to control our decision we making. You get what I'm saying? Like, one thing that I understand about being an entrepreneur is that I watch every other group of people do business with people they don't like. I see them sit in a room and have a cordial dialogue about where their business need to go with people that they don't like, people that they can't stand. I have seen them come out of meetings be like, man, I hated to break them off any type of percentage, but it was still good for business. At the end of the day, after all the rhetoric, it was always told to me that if the business is sound, you do business with a snake. You get what I'm saying? A snake cannot beat paperwork if your paperwork is good. Now, if you're making backhand deals in Instagram and you shaking hands, over a video chat, that's where a snake could beat you. But if your paperwork is good, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who you do business with. And see, that's the thing that they realize about black people from the slave ship. You get what I'm saying? Once they got us over here, that black people are emotional enough that if you wrong them one time, you could come back to them the next day and be like, hey man, I got a $10 million deal for you. A black person be talking about how you wronged them back in 1976. A black person be sitting up there talking about, hey man, you banged up my girlfriend, man. He tried to talk to my girlfriend. We put a asterisk, you know what I'm saying, on any type of way of doing business, you know what I'm saying? Because we got to go back into our mental bullshit, you know what I'm saying, SSD card, you know what I'm saying, to see if this person wronged me. If I like this person enough, do she look good in her leggings? Or does she look like Stacey Abrams stunt double? AKA
Honestly, bro, you
albino
way off
elephant.
topic.
Bro, listen, man. Listen, bro. Do
You
not act
way
like
off topic.
bro. Listen, man. Do not act like the female that raised you, bro. If you don't like what I'm saying or what I'm talking about, after I finish talking, you can say whatever you want to say. But you had the chance to talk. You ain't have shit to say. But then when I start talking, you
God
start acting
damn.
like the hoe that raised you and start interrupting you like a super ultra beta male. You get what I'm saying?
I'm a
Nobody
beta male.
interrupted
You
you.
over here
Nobody,
coming at me
nobody, nobody
over YouTube.
interrupted you when you was talking, boy. What's wrong with
Okay.
y'all new niggas? You get what I'm saying? I don't care if you don't like what I say. Wait your turn and then you can dispute it. But I digress. Now, what I started doing was I started putting aside $200 a week. I set aside things that I buy and things that I don't need, and I got me a Roth IRA, and they're easy to get into, people. You get what I'm saying? You can put that excess money in there, and then you can allocate funds to go to Africa. It's not just Africa. You can go anywhere you want to. But if you feel bad about conducting business in the United States and you see all the red tape it has to be, and believe me, you have to know what you're doing in the United States to conduct the business, because you got to think about building, you got to think about building permits, you got to think about insurance, you got to think about all of those things. If you don't have a moving business, it's easy to operate in Africa. You get what I'm saying? It's easy to operate in other countries, but the only problem is you got to be on the ground. And it's people that in other countries where you don't even have to pay them a fraction of the cost to help you run your business. But we got to have a different economic plan as Black people because, hey, we don't invest in the stock market. You know what I'm saying? Not for as major stocks. You get what I'm saying? And the most Black people know about stocks is the 401k plan. You know what I'm saying? All they know is they put in 2 or 3% and their company might match that 2 or 3%. And then that's it. You don't even know what you're going against. Is it going to be high risk or low risk? Because we don't take the time to learn about stuff. My daughter is 19 years old. She's in college. And she called me to ask me about what stock to do because they was in a group stock and they didn't want to do the work, Dinus. They didn't want to do the work to learn it as a group. So they came together talking about making money, but they didn't want to do the legwork. This is our new generation. This is the next generation up. They don't want to do the work to put in the process, to see the pros and the cons, to weigh out the highs and the lows. They don't know how to conduct business. You know what I'm saying? So when you got people that don't know how to conduct business, they're just looking for a quick fix. These are the type of people that's going to be 30, 40 years working for a company as long as they don't call you nigga. So, but what I'm saying is that you can find an easy way then not just go over to Africa as a vacation, not just go to Colombia for a vacation. Go over there and see if you can make your money anywhere so you can have an exit plan. If you think white supremacy is so much on your ass, if you think that they out to get you, then why would you sit here and let them just do you any kind of way without an exit plan to go somewhere to get a relief? And I pass the mic.
Period. Cool. Nah, honestly, it all sounds good, but we need the proper education as well in order to get this shit done. Yes, we can talk about economics, we can talk about building an institution, but what's the sense of building it if we can't protect it, right? Period.
Did you just say period?
Oh my God, bro. Yes, I said period. Are you deaf?
Right. I just don't understand y'all city girls, man. Y'all lingo. Y'all got the same lingo as females. You know what I'm saying? And you probably snatched the word out the air and everything. You know what I'm saying? With your fingernails on. But you
check
know
it
what?
out.
You know
But
what
check it
what the
out. No,
weirdest
hold on.
thing in what the
But check it
weirdest
out. It
thing
don't
in
matter how I
you know what
talk.
the
It don't
weirdest
matter
the
how I
weird
talk. It don't matter how I sound.
you do
It
talking
depends on how I think, and that's
what
what
you
you
do
don't get.
talking or
You
you
down
just
talk
stopped
young
and
niggas.
paused.
You down talk young niggas or blacks, Africans, whatever you want to call us, like if we don't have any sense. But you older niggas did not. You guys was not out here in the streets like that. Yes, I am a Pan-African, true to heart, but you're not gonna downplay me like if I'm not intelligent and if I'm not aware of what's going on. Most of us young niggas do know what's going on. But we don't have the environment, the space. We need to create that space, and that's mainly why I'm on the call, because I want to hear about solutions. I don't want to hear about an older nigga down talking us young niggas about what we don't do. What do you do? Have you even been to Africa? Do you really know what it's like out there? I was born here in the United States. I was born in poverty. And when I go to Africa, when I go to Jamaica, it's basically the same type of environment. I know how to navigate through different systems. I'm 28 years old. I know how to survive, and I also have a plan to thrive. And I'm not going to do it by myself. I know that in order for me to succeed, I would have to have a circle of people that also know what they're doing. I need to put people in positions of, power in order to get to where I'm going or where we're going. And being here in the United States of America, like, it's short for us. So the way things are looking right now, young people, a lot of us are lost, but I would say that there's like 1% of us that really are true to this shit that need to find a way to come together so that we can make moves outside of the United States. because it's not going to happen here. What's the sense of building shit in the United States when we're trying to leave outside the United States? And if we do build something here, we need to be able to protect it. And it's not being scared of the white man and what he's going to do. It's about being conscious of your surroundings. It makes no sense to build something here if it's just going to get destroyed. It ain't even just the white man. It's the Asian man. It's every single different race that is up against us. It's us versus the world. And you know that. We all know that.
No, I don't know that, because I conduct my business just fine. Ain't nobody tearing my business down. So what I'm trying to figure out is that who's gonna tear down something that you want to build? Who's gonna tear it down?
Bro, are you serious?
It's a simple question. Listen, bro. Listen, I understand you're young. I understand you young. You use like words like period, poo, and all that stuff. But if I ask you a question, man, I don't need you to ask me, am I serious? Am I joking? It just answer the question and keep it moving. You can take the emotions out of it, bro.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
hold on for a second, bro.
You haven't even asked me a question.
I understand that most of y'all act like the women that raised you, bro. So I'll try again and ask it, and maybe the manly side of you will come out and answer the question. What business are you trying to open? And if you do try to open it, who's gonna tear it down?
Okay, now you asking me the question. So check it out. If I open a business, nobody's gonna tear it down. But when you're thinking about being a Pan-African, that comes with power, right? Economics and power. You got to have power in order to build the type of culture that you want. You need power. And if you obtain power, that means you're gonna have powers going up against you as well. That's how it works. It's always been what is it? White domination, black subordination.
But hold on, Major Visuals, can I ask a question? Do you leave the house at all? Like, do you leave the house?
Yes, I do.
I don't understand how black men
just talk like that, man.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, does white supremacy sleep under your bed in your pillowcase?
No. See, I
just don't get this. This is the whole.
Nobody's afraid of white supremacy.
This is the whole. This is the whole, man. They burn.
Do you study history?
Man, everything we do, man, they burn
down,
man. So we can't do nothing, man. I mean, they come and burn it down, man. We built Black Wall Street, man. They built it. They
come on, don't do that. Don't make me think this is a fake page that we just come on here and talk a whole bunch of reckless shit. I'm talking about solutions. I'm talking about how are we gonna do something, bro. Like, I actually study history. That is what I do. I sit down and I read books about history. So I may not be so in tune with economics, politics, socialism, all that shit, but I know it all intertwines with each other. So if you're gonna tell me that,
Major, as a man, you still gotta get up and compete every day, bro.
Oh my God,
exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, you do. That's what you have to do as a man. It doesn't matter how you look, how you talk, how you speak, as long as you have the plan inside of your in your mind, in your heart, and you know the maneuvers you need to do to get there, then you do it. But you're not just gonna go out there, and be like, be blatant about, oh, I'm a Pan-Africanist and I'm all for black. I mean, yes, I am all for black people. I am a Pan-Africanist, but you have to maneuver correctly, like Booker T. Washington did. You gotta be able, especially in this environment. Come on, you know how many black political leaders got assassinated for not moving?
Oh my God, bro! Boy, this dude live in Beta Male County, bro. This in Beta Male County. I'm scared of everything. Black people don't try. You get what I'm saying? But just go in there and ask for a job.
But you're not really listening.
Clock in every day. You know what I'm saying? 8 hours. Make sure you ain't late. Make sure when you take that 30-minute lunch break that you back. That's the only thing they're gonna let you do. Let me explain something to you, young man. I am a convicted felon. I ain't never graduated from nothing. I don't did prison time. I got out of prison, got my money up, working odds and ends job, saved my money up to when it opened up my own business, and now I make over $200,000 a year. And I've been doing that for the last 10 years. You get what I'm saying?
Good for
My
you. I'm
business,
happy
and
you do that.
hold on, let me explain something to you. And I'm a proud Pan-African. And just like you say, you don't blatantly go out there and tell people, I blatantly go out there and tell people. And
No, I'm
every
talking
Sunday,
from a
hold on, let me
different.
finish, bro.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm trying to tell you something good, man. You got to cut them nigga ears off and just listen for a second, man. You know what I'm saying? Every Sunday. Every Saturday or Sunday, I'm in the roughest part of Atlanta, standing out there, brothers that talk just like you, that's scared to get out there and do something, that I help these brothers every week to become entrepreneurs. And the reason and how I know how much computer last year. The last year I got a check for 36,000. That means that 12 of the people that I help, 12 of the people that I help, brothers, that's a low income brothers made over 75,000 a year. So that means that I don't put just last year alone, I don't put over 800,000 back in black brothers' hand that thought just like you, that they have the same type of mind frame that you have. Help them become entrepreneurs. And now that I talk to them 3 or 4 months later, they talking a whole different language after they become businessmen. See, I understand the problem in our black community. That's what the Silk Police Academy, my channel, is about. See, some black people, they'll sit out there and be like, oh, I didn't know I do it. I don't know I do it. But after they do it, you know what I'm saying, they're happy about it. But the point is that they don't have the oomph. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the entrepreneur spirit because we are an employee-based community. I think it's up to now, it's 92%. 92% of black Americans are employees. We have an employee base flat to the point that it's a joke in our community that if you go work a job, everybody clap their hands. If you open up your own business, everybody disappear. We have the same thing. If a person's get out of prison, everybody throw a party and it's a block party. But if a person go to college and get an education, nobody shows up for that. So we have this thing in our community where we act like this. So what I'm saying is that I know for a fact what I do because I wouldn't get the $3,000 referral. I only get the $3,000 referral if the person produced so many miles and make so much money as an entrepreneur. But you'll be surprised how I got brothers out here that run around here and do everything that wrong in life. And when it comes to business or even thinking about opening up a business, they are scared to do that. They ain't scared to drive 100 miles on the interstate. They ain't scared to do donuts in a parking lot on Marlin Avenue. They ain't scared to rent in a store and do an armed robbery to risk getting 15 years in prison. They ain't scared to goddamn sit in the dope house and trap all day. But when it comes to opening up a business, I got to damn near convince a brother to be an entrepreneur. That's the problem that we got in the community. There's no solutions because there's no one sad thing. We've been doing this thing on Dinah Show for about 6 months, and I tell him every time, everybody get up here and talk about what we need to start doing, what we need to start doing. If we still talking about what we need to start doing at 2023, we ain't even in the game, coach. We ain't even put our shoes on. We ain't even laced up our sneakers. We still talking about what black people will eventually start doing while every other group of people doing it. Iranian, Chinese people have no problem coming into black community to set up shop. If black people didn't want them over there, black people would run them out. But black people have no problem waking up 3 o'clock in the morning, going to the corner store and buying some blunts and a grape soda for $12. That's the problem. We are employee-based community and we're a consumer-based community. That's our problem. And I pass the mic.
But what about the fact I like to jump in if I can. I just had a question for
Go ahead, my brother.
Hood Booger. You suppose you see you promote.
Take your time, man. Take your time. Take your time.
You promote black business administration as our way out, right?
I just
with no protection.
Huh?
But let's look at the fact that most black businesses are not making it. Most brothers who have a business, unless they're hiring people, which puts them in a way different tax bracket, they're not making it. $24,000 a year is not enough to keep us out of any type of situation that this society is putting us into. Not to mention the fact that not
Are you
very
asking me
many,
a question? Or are you making a statement, bro?
not very many
He's
brothers
making a
have
statement.
startup funds. They don't have startup funds to start a business. So how is black business when it doesn't pay well and it's hard for us to get into?
See,
How
I'm a
does
black
that
business owner.
help us
Man.
get out of our situation that we're in?
I got to interject. You know how much it costs for me to start up my tour company, my travel company, my travel brand? You know how much it costs?
Yeah, I know how much. How much was
it? In fact, actually, literally, I came on my YouTube page. Hey, I'm doing a tour. People signed up. Then when people started to give suggestions, I listened. The profits I got from my tour, I would implement that into my business. And I just grew it that way. Mm-hmm. Like you don't need startup money to get started. Just get started.
But not all black people need business.
Digital networking. That Prince Amir leveraged digital marketing though. Like, can we emphasize that? If you don't have the money, if you have the ability to be able to cultivate an audience, the audience base can be able to give you enough base capital where you don't need to go to outside sources.
But what if you're not a
person? To the business credit situation, that can be done with people getting trade lines on trade line supply or cleaning up their credit if they got inquiries, bankruptcies. Me as a realtor, as what I do, if people cannot qualify for business funding, we're going to do credit repair, we're going to do trade lines, and we're going to go to credit unions like DCU Credit Union, SECU Credit Union, and Key Bank, and BB&T Bank. So it's no excuses, man. It's no excuses, man. It's about business acumen, JD. Mr. Smith, I don't want to cut you off. I don't want to cut you off.
I don't know when y'all be stopping talking. Y'all keep going. Can I go now? Okay. The thing is,
we just need to be realistic about the whole situation. I don't think all black people is going to be business owners. It's just true.
It make no sense because most black businesses.
If you guys are going to get laid off, and if you guys are going to get laid off,
or speakers like that. Most black businesses have nothing to do with YouTube. And so you talk about a small portion.
No, I said digital marketing, man. That comes
a small portion of the people who start businesses can do that. Most black business services, most black businesses are things people can do with their hands because black people, once again, do not have startup capital or resources to go and start business.
You talk like all businesses need 250,000. You're talking about brick and mortar business.
What are you talking about, bro?
We're using all white resources. We have zero resources.
Oh my God!
We have no resources that we control.
Hustle smart.
Other than our labor. Hustle
smart. I'm gonna be honest. Hustle smart. I'm gonna be honest.
Go ahead, man. Please be honest. Please be honest.
We doomed, dog.
This pan African space could be so damn defeated, man.
Yep.
I can't take it.
No, it's not being defeated.
And then on top of that, Dinah, like everybody always trying to make me. You know what? They always say that I'm the rude one and I'm the crass one, but I'm the one that has to fight at me. Y'all ain't never heard me talking no defeatist way about what we can't do as black people. If anything, I motivate. I spend my time and believe me, y'all, when I talk about the 36,000 I get in a year, I ain't talking about the 20. I talk to 20 or 30 brothers a day. Hold on for a second, man. I'm talking about I talk to 20 or 30 brothers. I might not get nailed. So out of a month time, out of talking to 60 to 80 brothers, I might get one a month. And that's all I really need. That's all I need to get that check at the end of the year. But when I try to tell them how I did it. The transportation game is wide open. They got over 42,000 jobs that's waiting for people, and it's wide open where you can go in there and make as much money as you make. I stopped that I have gotten older now. I stop at $200,000 a year. That's what I stop at. But I know younger brothers that sound like y'all. The brothers out there making $5,000 or $6,000 a week. And they sit up there telling me, big dog, I knew this. They try to take me out to eat or buy me gift cards. I'm like, bro, just do for your family. Teach your child not to take no for an answer. Let him go out there and shoot for the stars 1,000 times and don't miss, so he don't know that it's no bottom level. That he's always going out there to do something. That shit that y'all talking, man. The shit that y'all talking, it makes it sound like all y'all got on a pair of leggings and some Air Force Ones that are hold to top. Cause that's some defeated feminine type shit.
Like
that's how females. That's how females talk, bro. I respect for a female. I respect for a female to sit up there and talk about what they can't do.
You defeated because only thing you doing is following the white man and everything he says. You don't have a plan.
Right.
You have a job and you out there promoting those slave masters to niggas who want to get the fuck away from them. You wrong. You bogus. And that's what it is.
Time out.
Niggas want to be slaves with you no more, man. Niggas want to do their own thing.
That we talking about
transportation card.
Being a businessman and a white person model.
This is the problem. This is the problem. You have a successful logistics company. He talking about you following the white man.
Yeah.
I can't take it. I can't tell. And man, I've been in this Pan African space for years. And it is the most defeated. The white man sleeps in my pillowcase. We can't do nothing because of Black Wall Street.
No,
the Lebanese is over there. The Chinese, man, it's the most defeated group of men I've ever dealt with.
No, I just think that we don't listen to each other. We do not
listen
to
each other. I would say this when it comes to reading a damn book. When it comes to writing a book report on Amos Wilson, fire. Y'all, the metadata, fire. Everything about the metadata, know everything about Amos Wilson, but goddamn, Refuse got every excuse on why you can't compete or do anything.
But check it out. If you cannot build business, hold on, let me talk. If you build businesses, right, you got to be able to protect it.
God damn,
time out. No, I'm telling the truth. It doesn't make sense to build it.
Grow a pair of fucking nuts and protect it. God damn, is it that hard?
Hey, it's bad when y'all got Ditus out of his character. That's usually my job. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, intelligent investor. Come on, please help us out, intelligent investor.
Defend it. Do what you can do to protect yourself. I think better if we had a community and we started to commune with each other and started to offer protection for each other. We do much better. We do much better with each other than we do with the white man's money. Just period, point blank. But go ahead.
White man's money.
White man's money.
Pieces on it.
Yeah, because if he controls the dollar, he controls you.
Stop tripping.
Come on, intelligent investor, man. Please save it from these betas, bro.
Yo, Hood Booger,
right,
what institutions are you creating? What institutions are you making? If you have businesses, you're supposed to create institution, right? That's the overall goal.
Oh my! Intelligent investor.
Let me help him out. Let
intelligent investor. Go ahead.
Business owners have to pay tax, licensing, overhead fees to white supremacist society. They're not free. Them niggas ain't got no money. $34,000 a year ain't no money, man. $24,000 most black businesses make. That's not no.
24,000. Where did this guy live at, bro?
Let intelligent investor go ahead.
Go ahead, intelligent investor.
All right, gentlemen. Look, business is not easy. It doesn't matter whether you're running a Fortune 500 company or you're running a startup. Okay, there are challenges. Everybody's right. Everybody has a point to what they're saying. The thing is that we should look at the difficulties and figure out to, address them as a group, as an individual, however you want to do it, and also look at the possibilities. Okay, I mean, there are successful black businesses. There's no doubt, and there are difficulties too. In fact, I do believe that black business do have a lot more challenges than other businesses. That's a fact, for many reasons, right? And any company that wants to grow, you need capital. So when you need capital, you run into obstacles, right? I mean, you can only internally raise capital so much before you have to go public. You know, if you want to grow a real big business, they say you just want to do a mom and pop business around the corner, you know, and that doesn't take people too far. So, I mean, from a business perspective, right? You know, I've run a business. You know, I've had difficulties. I've failed, and I've succeeded in some. You know, and when you get into a business that has cooperation behind that kind of business, say for instance, you get into a retail business. You know, there are franchises, right? And you being an individual, being a black person, whatever it is, and you start such a business, you're going up against corporation. You're not going to be able to have the purchasing power of a corporation, you know. And as a black person, getting capital to do that kind of business is difficult, right? So you can only grow so much, right? And if you do a business that is, you know, you go into logistic transportation, you know, depending on how big you want to grow your transportation, you will need capital. You can't buy a 20, you know, a semi truck, you know, from just the money you saved up. You know, you need a lot of money for that. You
Hold
know,
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. How you're in my field? I was on your side until you told me about that, dog. No, it don't. It don't take a dime to go in there and buy and get a truck. It don't take $1.
a semi truck.
Where you gonna
A
get
semi
trucks for free,
truck.
bro?
I have one, bro.
No,
I'm
no,
on the
I'm not.
second.
I'm not.
hold
I'm
on,
not
now, hold
debating
on,
with you.
dog.
I
You
want to
asked
know.
me.
Where'd you
Look,
get it?
You asked me
look,
a
look,
That's
look,
question.
amazing, man. I
You
look,
want
asked.
one. Where you
You
get
look,
it?
asked.
Bro,
look,
stop yelling.
look,
Stop yelling.
Tell the
look,
investor, hold
look.
on, hold on.
I'm not. I'm
No,
not. I'm
hold
not.
on. Tell the investor, hold on. So Hood Booger Whisperer deals in logistics. So I'm pretty sure he.
Sorry, my
What
bad.
was
My bad.
that?
I'm on mute.
Yeah. Let him respond. Go ahead, Hustle Smart.
Bruh, the thing about it is, it's over 16 different ways to own a semi truck. Now, me, I have the money. I make over 200,000 a year. So the last truck I bought is brand new. The same way you can buy used truck. You got guys out here that have used trucks that make just as much money as I do because they know how to keep up with the maintenance of it. Me, I don't got equity. So I want a brand new truck that I go to the dealer and get everything fixed. But it's the same way with owning a car. You get what I'm saying? Some people like to go buy a brand new car so that, you know, they got the powertrain warranty so they can go back to the dealer, whatever. Then you got some people that'll buy a 84 Chevy Malibu and they got their mechanic that can do all the work. You get what I'm saying? But the thing that you say that it costs a lot of money to drive a truck, no, it don't cost no money. Not one single dime to get a
It's
truck.
not
Hold on,
costing
bro. Come
money
on,
to
man.
drive the truck.
Intellect. Show that you intelligent, that you can let me finish making my statement the same way
No,
I
no,
let
I'm
you
not
finish yours.
interrupting
Please
But
you.
let him
I'm
finish
just,
making that statement. I want to hear how to get a
let
free
me
truck.
finish my statement the same way I let you finish yours. It's just a simple request. So what I'm saying is
Tell
that
us
you
how to get a
start
free truck.
talking about logistics, and this is the field that I've been in the last 20 years. I have helped brothers off the street. I'm on Bankhead at the Petro every Sunday, helping brothers get into either a 2018 up until 2020 truck to start their own business with, to help them get it. There's nobody stopping a black man from going out there operating the business. The problem is to get these brothers to go out there and do it. The
Hey, well, Booker
transportation
got a
game
question.
is wide open. They have grants. They have grants to help brothers out to come in there and put a down payment down to become an
Under
owner
Trump,
operator,
you
because
got
it's two levels.
15,000.
This is the
Under
last part.
15,000, you
You
got
have owner
15,000.
operatorship, you have lease operatorship, you get what I'm saying, and you have company drivers. That's over 3 different ways that you can own your own truck without any money down. And I pass the mic.
You can
Hey,
be
Hood
with
Booker,
you can
is
be with
any of
Hold
the
on,
Walmart.
people
Hey,
that you
let
ever
Chrissy. I want to
helped
hear
out
Chrissy.
with that
Let me
service,
hear.
has
I
everybody
said
that
let
you helped
Chrissy.
been
I
able
said
to,
let Chrissy
huh?
talk. Go ahead, Chrissy.
What's up?
Hi, hi, Dinus and everyone. Dinus, before I speak, could you look at my comment, please, and say yay or nay
Dinus, can I go after Christy?
in
I didn't get
in
a
the
chance to
Yeah,
speak.
comments?
yes, you can.
Okay,
Is it okay? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
okay,
Okay.
that's fine. Yeah. So and I also thinking about how you talked about the defeatist.
Hold on, Chris. Let me get the disclaimer. This is not
Okay,
financial. This is not financial advice.
no.
Please do your
Mm,
own research. Go ahead, Chris.
yes, absolutely. Yeah. So there's so many opportunities out there, and I think a lot of times people in our community just do not know. And the reason why I called, and people are talking about, oh, you need capital. There's capital out there. There are grants out there. I am actually a grant writer. I actually have a business where I help people start businesses. A lot of times our people don't understand not only the paperwork, but how to put a business plan together, how to set up systems, how to set up the administration, the administrative part of a business, how to scale a business. So there are ways to learn how to do these things. This is something that I do. If anyone is interested, you can go to thebossupstart.com. But if not, you can also do your own research and learn how to do these things.
Chrissy, would you say that a lot of businesses get started without startup capital, though?
Well, generally you have to have something, even to file the paperwork, right? So a business license in my state is $75.
Hold on one second.
You can have.
Golly, can she finish?
Jesus Christ. He can't. He can't. That's that estrogen just itching in his system. That it took for a female to come. It took a female had to come up here and tell y'all the truth.
Go ahead, Chrissy.
Okay, I was just saying that, there are different grants. There are startup grants, right? If you just have an idea and you haven't actually done anything yet, there are grants that you can apply for to help you get the capital to file the paperwork. So there's a lot of opportunity. Our people tend to not know about it. Again, part of the reason we tend to not read about it. And there's the business administration within your state, right? How many of us are familiar with the SBA in our state? And research them and give them a call. So there are a number of ways to do it. The person who asked about my email address, you can go to the website, thebossupstart.com, and you'll see my email address there. And you can reach out to me if you are interested. But again, I'm a alternative, and then doing your own research is alternative, going to the SBA, and you can learn it on your own as well. So we have to get out of this defeatist language. And kind of going into the conversation or the topic of this talk, global, I think you're talking about global economy. We are going into a global economy. We're going into a global reset. There's a lot of things that are taking place, and we're still, as a people, having 2019 conversations.
What is that global reset? What is that?
There's the World Economic Forum. Right. So the World Economic Forum is one of the major entities that make decisions for the globe and make decisions for governments. And they have come together and they have decided that they want to change the way in which the world interacts and which the world operates. So they want there to be digital vaccine passport, passport.
Are these a bunch of white supremacists or I heard that the organization was.
The new slavery is colorless. The new slavery has very little to do with color. If you're really paying attention, the new slavery just has to do with power. Period. So
we never got free, and they included white people, and we supposed to be happy about it.
Chrissy, finish, bruh.
He can't help it, man. He see her as a mano imano. He can't help it.
Bro, you out your mind, man. It's just a question. If you stop hollering over niggas, I can quell whatever you speaking to. Y'all talk nonsense. Black businesses is not gonna help us. It ain't never helped us. They stole Bill Cosby. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna.
Okay, so what you gonna do? Is your plan to lay down and die? What is your plan?
No, my plan you ain't gonna want to hear it. Because you ain't got the heart for it. They're talking about defeatists. If I said pick up arms and go at your enemy, let's see
then
how
you're
many.
gonna get your brains blown out because your enemy.
You got.
I don't want to hear his plan. I don't.
Man, bruh, come on, dog. He's trying to give you the whole thing.
I was just gonna say that whole I'm gonna do guerrilla warfare and Black Panther, you're not gonna do that because the enemy you're talking about can attack you on a cellular level without even touching you. So that's not realistic.
Please, back to the
okay. Yeah. So I mean, I think I made my point. We're still having 2019 conversations. Even the race conversation. I'm not saying racism don't exist. But we're so wrapped up as a people still in race, and the world is going on to the point where they're talking about putting chips in people's brains. They're talking about 15-minute cities where that's a level of slavery the human race has never seen what they're talking about. And that's going to be white people, Indian people, Black people, and we are not prepared as a people. We're going into a stage where there are fruits and vegetables with less and less seeds. That means you cannot reproduce. That means you'll be dependent on the state. We are not preparing for things we need to be preparing for. Instead, we're talking about white supremacy, and we're going to die of the of the protozoa that's going to be in the water because we don't know how to clean our own drinking water. We don't know how to grow food. We're not even thinking about storing food. We're not thinking about canning. We're not thinking about, okay, you know, if a digital passport, passport's in place, what am I going to do? What kind of decisions am I going to make? We're not thinking about the things we should be thinking about. That other stuff, that's 2019 for white supremacy and race. It's a whole new world now. And I don't think our people realize we're in a whole new world. The world has already been reset. You just don't feel it yet.
And they voted in
white people ain't told them to feel it yet. Go ahead, real deal. I'm sorry.
But when it comes to this, Chrissy, the sad thing about it is they voted in this shit and they didn't even figure out what's the executive orders that their holy man, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., yeah, they have not checked out any executive orders. They haven't, dude, he has signed a decree where we're about to probably be in Ukraine until Trump come back in office, nigga.
I understand, but what I'm talking about is above Joe Biden's pay grade.
Right.
Rather it's Trump or Biden, it's above their pay grade.
Hold on, real deal. Let me say this, Miss Chrissy. I hated that. I hate it just as a man that you had to come in here and speak truth to power. You know what I'm saying? When you had grown men, you know, speaking with a defeative attitude. That right there hurt me, Tanaji. You know what I'm saying? Tanaji, man, that it took. And don't get me wrong, Miss Chrissy. I like how you came in here and started swinging the paws. You get what I'm saying? But it was just sad that you had black men sit up here talk about what they couldn't do and what's around the corner.
They won't
what's
allow
sitting in the bushes and what's sitting above. You know what I'm saying? So you'll just rather sit in your house, eat your slave plates, your chitlins and cornbread and meatloaf and gravy, go clock in a job every day, and you think that is safe? What I'm telling you, Miss Chrissy, that one thing that you're wrong about, Miss Chrissy, you said it's a 2019 mind frame. No, it's a 1960s mind frame. You know what I'm saying? It's black people that have the mind frame of the same people that's on the slave plantation. You know what I'm saying? If white people don't tell them to dislike something, they ain't gonna dislike it. If white people ain't told them to be afraid of something, they ain't gonna be afraid of it. Until white people tell them that they need to get their act together, they ain't gonna get their act together. Let me give you a case in point, Miss Christie. You had black people in New Orleans knowing that the levees was shaky before they even bust. Then how can you live somewhere where the Mississippi River is right in your backyard and you don't even have a raft? You don't even have a life jacket. You don't have no type of protection for yourself if this levee break. You can see the levee. You can hear the levee popping and breaking for years. I know people from New Orleans. You got Tanaji right here on the show. But you had black people did not even have an inflatable raft, didn't even have life jackets to help themselves. So they had to climb on top of a roof and wait for the white militia to come and save them.
Dude, Donald Trump came there with his boat. Hustle smart.
I'm with you. So the white people have sense enough to say, well, you know what? Let me have 5 years worth of food saved up. Let's have some inflatable rafts. Everybody in the family needs a life jacket. But what do black people do? You had black people having their Jordans in plastic bags. You had these husky hyena wig wearing wild hyena hood rats, got them breaking into the beauty supply shop, stealing wet weaves. That's the type of shit we cared about.
Let somebody else
but hold on, this is the last point. This is the last point. What I'm saying is that as black people, we act like children when it comes to conducting business. That's why when you go to any security firm that's doing security, it's a black people. You know what I'm saying? White people love to hire black people to be attack dog for them because they want nobody. I mean nobody that'll attack another black person the way a black person will to to another black person.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where we're at. So that's why I say we're doomed. That's why I say that 85% of y'all niggas are useless. I pray to white Jesus that you stop breathing today, because y'all don't even understand until the water is up to your doorsteps. You don't understand until the phone stop working, until the internet stop working. I learned from listening to the radio that I need to have at least five years worth of food saved up. And I just got a little storage unit. The little storage unit is called $40 to $50, Miss Chrissy. And I keep I got two containers. You know what I'm saying? It'd probably be the nastiest shit in the world, but it's enough for me and my household to survive. Black people think that if something happened, Walmart doors is gonna stay open. I give you this before I pass the mic. I was up there in Coleman, Alabama, when the tornado came through there. And you know where all the black people was out there in the parking lot waiting. Those white people brought their campers up there. They went in there and started cooking in the parking lot of Walmart and feeding black people. So it's the same white people that y'all talk shit about, that y'all talk shit on and say that they supremacy. These are the same people that you went to them begging them for water, begging them for food, begging them to use a porta potty.
So look, you
Just
said
the basic,
Not
basic
everybody
living
talks
we
shit
don't have.
about
Let me pass the mic.
Let's pass it to 10. First of all, Chrissy, are you done? If not, if you're done,
Yes, I am, and I agree with everything that
She
Hoodie just
already
said.
came here and slaughtered their ass.
Okay,
She's done.
go ahead, Tindaji.
Yeah, peace to everybody. Like you said, Hustle Smart, or somebody said, we ain't do shit because the white folks ain't tell us yet. And if you listening to what Hustle Smart saying, we so wrapped up in the Democrats and we in these liberal cities and shit, when in reality, ain't nobody got to tell us. All we got to do is kind of watch out our peripheral for what the Republicans and the other white folks doing. You know what I'm saying? Because they up on it. They packing their food. They, like he said, they got their boats and their rafts. They ain't doing too much talking. When the shit hit the fan, we gonna see they gonna be squared away. So like brother, what's his name? American First Rifleman be on here saying we got to get our shit together. And Chrissy came through and hit the nail on the head. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Chrissy. I'll be seeing you. I ain't seen you in a little while, but you always come through
Like
with the
Chrissy
heat.
was trying to teach you how to
Earlier,
get some grants.
Yeah,
Tendaji,
earlier,
teach brothers how to get grants. Tendaji.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch on that too. But earlier, the first brother on here, I think was
grants. Homie was talking about tax rates. He was talking about shit that don't matter.
Yeah,
like,
hold up, mute your mic, bro.
What I don't get though, what I really don't get is how. All right,
man, what's wrong with? Hold up, man. Y'all niggas tripping, man. But say the first brother, I think was Major Visuals, and I think Hustle Smart. I think the brother I like the fact that he just listening now, because I think he probably really just didn't know. The other dude, JD, whatever his name was, I think they got a lot of. Or I know for a fact they got some dudes who representing as Pan-Africanists, and they whole purpose is just to misrepresent us. You know what I'm saying? Because what he was saying was so far-fetched and so fucking crazy. I can't even like believe he was trying to say, oh,
it's
black
a pipe
business
dream.
is not gonna help us, and you're chasing a white man if you're trying to have a black business and all this other shit. Major Visuals, like I like the fact you listening, relax for a second. You know what I'm saying? Soak this shit in. Economics and business is our only way, bro. We gotta we hyped up, and that's why the point Christian said about the 2019 shit was so true, because we hyped up on victimhood. We hyped up on somebody gonna stop us. We got all these FBA and the other groups out here talking about what we can't do, the boogeyman, the Black Wall Street, the Tulsa. We gotta relax. Like as far as some of the things Christian said and Hustle Smart said. Up as far as trucking go, and I like the fact that this conversation turned towards economics and business ownership and shit, because that's really what it's about. Now, some of y'all so hyped up on socialism and shit, y'all really we don't know our ass from a hole in the ground. You feel me? Like I bought my truck in 2020 when everybody was assed out. You hear me? We was winning. I Hustle Smart. We was winning in the transportation. That was my best year.
I ain't seen nothing less than 200,000 in the last 10 years, bro.
I made like 220 that year. So I bought my truck with 6,000 down. I worked on prior, because like Hustle Smart saying, 2 years prior to that, I worked on my credit, like somebody who does something similar to what Miss Chrissy do.
My wife,
Real Deal Financial. yeah, my wife went to the sister, but I told my because my wife was at home educating my children. I pulled my children out of school and all that. So my wife, I'm like, well, I need you to focus on that. So you just get the information for now. We're gonna use this sister services to, you know, and over the 2 years we worked on our credit and everything. So by the time it came for me to buy my truck, they were like, yeah, you just put $6,000 down. I went to Chase Bank. They gave me like $12,000 credit. And they like, you can use 2,000 credit. So I used 4,000 cash, 2,000 credit. I bought the truck, man, and made that shit back probably 30 times by now. You know
See, you got business funding. See, Tendaji, you got business funding, bruh.
Yeah, but it's as simple as having your credit right. You know what I'm saying? Because the little 4,000 cash I put down, that was nothing. Y'all all got that or made that in the past couple of months. You know what I'm saying? So it's as simple as the credit. And I'm gonna just end with, you know, we gotta like relax on the victimhood at least and try to hear each other out. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the victim shit is done with globally. Our global and somebody said something about institutions. I want to touch on that. Trying to question the brother Hustle Smart. We talking about what the white man is gonna stop us from doing, but we look at shit like the white man because the man ain't because Hustle Smart ain't saying he got a building with an office and a this and a that. You saying it ain't an institution? If this man telling you he at the truck stop week in and week out helping brothers and sisters, that's an institution, man. It started your mind. You feel me? And it start in the wallets and the pockets of our people. You hear me? I'm gonna end right there.
That's
Can I
beautiful,
add
man.
to something, Tanjanji?
Yeah, go ahead, Chrissy. Then we'll pass it to Sharice.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll say two things. The second is gonna sting a little bit, but it needs to be said.
Sting they ass, shorty.
So the first thing is, you know, we're talking about what white folk won't let us do, where we're going, and then, you know, the whole white supremacy, we're going to pick up arms. What are you going to eat? Okay.
Chrissy, let's fast forward.
Okay.
It ain't even worth it, Miss Chrissy. I'm telling you, it ain't worth it.
All right, Sharice, go ahead, Sharice.
But she had two things. That was the first thing. She had two.
Okay.
The second thing, as I said, it was going to sting a little bit. There's a lot of conversation, and as a race, we're having the wrong conversations. There's a lot of like black man against black woman conversations online, and instead of coming together to prepare for what's coming, we're bantering against each other online. I can say, as a black woman, it is not, from my perspective, it don't look good and it don't feel good to hear a group of black men talking about what they can't do.
They just want to be right.
It's not a good look. It's not a good look. And you can't, out of one side of your mouth, say that you're the head, and out the other side of your mouth saying that you're a victim. You got to choose one. So I just wanted to say that. That's it.
But when it comes to situations, really quickly.
Let me pass it to Sharice. Go ahead, Sharice.
Go ahead.
Unmute yourself.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say is with the conversation, I feel like the main reason maybe why the African diaspora has not like came together as fast as we want is because I feel like there's a lack of not guidance, but there's like a lack of like there's no hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Go ahead.
I feel like there's a lack of like there's not a directory. Like remember like back in the day there was like a telephone directory because I find myself hello.
Keep going, Sharice. Yeah, no, don't interrupt her. I'm trying to hear her. Go ahead.
I think he said Facebook. Yes, that's true. But I'm saying that Green Books.
Yes. AG Gaff.
Okay, I'm glad. Are you saying there's a Green Book now?
No, I was just agreeing with your point when it comes to the Green Books of Black directories, Black business, Black Wall Street.
Right. That's where I'm having a problem because I want to do something over in Africa. But yes, there are the YouTubes and the Facebooks. That's good enough. But I need a credible source where I can go to connect with the people over there. Yes, I know I need to travel over there, but I feel like there's no directory. Like a legitimate source you can actually go to and connect to these people, and they can connect to us as well to build the bridge, to build these businesses. Because it don't have to be just in Africa. We can all build a bridge you can have 1 foot in the diaspora and 1 foot in the continent, and there's no directory.
We just have to be that, sister. We have to be that at this point.
Yeah, you're right, and that's what I'm learning. Yeah.
So let me jump in here because I need to correct some information. We have to be careful also when we start saying things that are not accurate. For instance, getting a business grant. The SBA does not give grant or loan to start a business. You can go and look it up right now. They don't.
What?
Second, they
Just to
don't.
interject, I was just talking about grants in general. I was just saying that people should get familiar with the SBA because there are a lot of trainings and opportunities that come out of that. But there are different types of grants. So I just want to clarify.
And nonprofit
So
organizations
I
that
don't know
provide.
where the grants are coming from. Maybe the government grants. I have no idea. But as far as SBA is concerned, they don't. And SBA does not give any direct loan except you're under disaster. So the only time they don't even give a loan. They guarantee loan for a business, and you have to go
That's
through a
irrelevant
lender.
then.
And
That's
when you
irrelevant then, brother.
go
We all
through
know that.
and when you go through a lender, you have to have an established business before the lender will even agree to give you a loan that is guaranteed by the SBA. So this idea that you can just go anywhere and get money and start a business, it doesn't work like that in the real world. Second,
Well,
I want to touch about that Davidist mentality that we talked about. Okay, I don't see Davidist mentality as a negative thing, and this is why. The reason I don't see it as a negative thing is because I believe that before somebody can develop that mentality, you have to have gone through something. You have to have been defeated.
Preach.
You might have started a business, you might have tried something, and something happened that really set you back. So it's not something we should all jump on and say, oh, yeah, you come up with this Davidist mentality, you don't want to try anything. You don't know what the person has gone through.
Can
You
I
don't know
respond?
what they've seen.
And you
You
don't
don't know
know
what it will,
either.
Just because it's successful for
so
him, he thinks it could be successful for everybody. And that's the point
yeah,
they don't
yeah.
understand.
So
but
you have to
business is
understand, and many
different than
of us on
just
this, I don't
general.
know, I'm not speaking for everybody, but some of us on this platform has started a business that we've lost a lot of money for one reason or the other, and you can trace some of the fault to some of the things that we try to address that some other people think that is just
What in the
an
hell is he
excuse.
talking
It's
about,
not
bro?
it's not an excuse.
Yes, it is an excuse.
Hold on, Booker, hold on. So tell investor, are you suggesting that if you start a business and if you fail, that you should just quit and give up and just come on?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that we should listen.
Wall
We should
Street
listen.
and have a defeatist mentality.
No, you should
No,
know
no,
when to quit.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying that we should listen to the people that have made challenges and see how we can maybe help, but do not, discount them or discredit them as defeatist people that don't want to try because or they're just making excuses because they have difficulties, because that is not true. If you've lost a lot, any successful businessman, a lot of them have lost a lot of money
I
trying
think it's
business.
something
You
you're
can't
not
just go up.
understanding, brother. I think it's something you're
Yeah,
not understanding.
to Tanji, what he's not understanding is there's a difference between giving constructive advice and hey, brother, don't do this, don't do that, go in this direction, versus saying you can't. And so what I hear from a lot of brothers is we can't do this, we can't do that. The white man this, the white man won't let you do this. Can't.
Yeah, brother investor.
And I'm not talking about somebody. I'm not talking about somebody that's just saying they're not gonna try.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people that are saying that they've
But
made
that's
difficult.
the whole thing about intelligent investor. You were sitting back listening. You heard what they were saying. They were saying that they can't do it. So what I'm saying is that I only was speaking on the people that were talking about what they can't do and what's around the corner and what's peeping over their head. You're sitting up here being philosophical. It's nothing wrong with being philosophical about it, saying that, hey, this happened, but we're talking about a message that we're trying to teach to that black people. I teach my son every day, don't have a give up spirit. Anytime my son acts like he want to give up, I stop him dead in his tracks and make him try again. I don't care if he failed 60 times, but to know that I did it from nothing. It was no stroke of lightning. It was nothing happened. I just got in the field that was lucrative. I got into a field that was 24/7 type of money that can be made. It was something simple. You didn't have to have a lot of education. You just had to have some entrepreneur spirit, and that was it. Tonight just said he put down 4,000. My credit score is 787. I didn't have to put down $1. They want
Brother, how many?
Hold on, let me finish. This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. When you have good credit and good credit history, I don't have to never walk into a place hoping that I'll get the loan or hoping that I get the credit card. I go in there and demand what I get. This is the last point. See, credit cards don't make money off me. Credit card make money off the rest of y'all. The people that don't pay off their balance every 30 days. I got within 3 credit cards, I can show diners right here. In the last 3 years, I have not paid an interest fee on anything. Matter of fact, the credit card company pays me. And I know that's foreign language to y'all because y'all credit cards are busting y'all upside the head every week. But I pay off every one of my credit cards within 30 days so that I don't have to pay interest. And since some of my cards are cash back and some of my cards is based off of miles, you know what I'm saying? I show which credit card that I use for different things. I have a Bank of America cash card that works good at wholesale. So I only use that at Sam Club. And you got to use credit cards to work for you, not just saying, man, which one of these got a balance on there that I can use today. You got to understand. So each one of my credit cards, they pay me about $20 or $30 a month in cash rewards. But y'all are the point, y'all sitting here paying 18 to 24%, you know what I'm saying, carrying the balance from 1984. You would not make money. You would not make money and have a good financial situation. And on top of that, the way they rate for borrow money, they look at how much credit that you have and see what your percentage is. Every week, my percentage is at 1% usage.
As long as we got to borrow money, we will never be free. That's dope. That's dope that
So
people utilize.
if your credit score is at 1% usage, you can make some moves. Go ahead, Dinah.
Okay, Major Visuals, unmute yourself and repeat what you said.
As long as we got to borrow money from foreign people, we will never be free.
Intelligent investors. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Now, what's your response to that, intelligent investor?
We're leveraging other people's money, homie.
Why can't we go in our community? Why can't we go in our community, right? And do that? Why do we have to go to foreign people? We can do it ourselves.
That's what I'm gonna say. Who are we borrowing the money from?
Their own communities that are
Who is the foreign people?
They have insider loans. Dominicans, they have their own susus. Dominicans, Jamaicans, they all have their own institutions. So when it comes to us leveraging the credit system, that's literally helping the diaspora. We can leverage a $25 trillion credit system to be able to take it, go to Gambia, take it to go to Nigeria, take it to go to Ghana, and be able to develop and build bigger and better using other people's money. That is nothing wrong with that.
How much
do that? Let's be realistic. You think a bank is going to give you $1 million to go out and develop a different country?
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Not a chance. Like, what are you saying? You're not going to develop a different country for $25,000.
Major visuals. Stay at home. Stay out. Don't leave the house. Just stay at home. Stay in your bed.
No, I'm out here, but I'm thinking logically. I'm not thinking in theory.
Let me talk.
You out here doing what? What are you out here doing?
What? Yes,
bro. I started a clothing brand. I'm a truck driver. Like I bought a 3-bedroom apartment so I can educate little children. Not little children, but adolescents.
Shout out to you.
All right, to educate adolescents on history, geography. I'm trying to get into economics, socialism, but we got to build institutions because it doesn't even matter if you have money.
Where did you get the money from?
But
where did you get the money from?
Yes. I got the money from working.
Capitalism, dog.
Working. Yeah, capitalism. Exactly. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. Right. But if you want us collectively to get out of here, right? If you want us collectively to get out of this, we need to rely on ourselves.
All right, let me say this.
Dude, I don't disagree for self. Can I finish my point, Major Vigil?
Even the U.S. government borrow money from foreign governments. So what are we talking about?
Finish my point, sir.
Can I add something real quick? A misinformation about the SBA. You can get startup loans. I'm on the SBA's website. It says loans. Start or expand your business with loans guaranteed by the Small Business Administration. Use lender match. Please let me finish. Use lender match to find lenders that offer loans for your business. By you saying, can I finish, sir? Because I didn't interrupt you. By you saying that you can't get loans through the SBA, I just want to make sure that people understand, yes, you can. Obviously, there might be some requirements for that, but it is an option. In addition to grants are options, this is something I do for a living. So you can do it. So don't be dissuaded that you can't.
It's doable.
Brother,
Apply. So
hold
to
up.
finish my
Intelligent
point,
investor. Go ahead.
Can I finish my point? So when it comes to major visuals, he says they won't allow you to be able to invest. Yes, you can. You can turn credit into cash by using a source called PayPal Credit. People has literally used PayPal Credit to turn payments into cash.
So we gonna use white institutions to build black institutions,
Man,
right?
mute your mic, man. Just shut up.
We gonna do that. All right, yeah, that's all cool and dandy. But how long will that last?
Go ahead.
How long will that last?
Go ahead.
Please put some oil on that training wheel that you moving in, bro. You can hear all that squeaky shit. You can hear all that squeaky shit in your background, bro.
Interrupted you, so why you interrupting other people talking about estrogen?
All right, look. I'm gonna say this. I think, brother, major visuals. I think you should just keep your mic muted. You just coming in here just saying,
please,
just ridiculous. You making money from the white man, but you complaining about us getting money. It's called business, bro. But even before we was over here with the white man, we was doing business internationally. Right. That's not a bad thing. But I don't need you to respond. I don't need you to respond,
Nobody's saying that.
brother.
Nobody's saying it's a bad thing. That's what you guys is not understanding.
All right, brother. Intelligent investor. You can't. You on a complete red herring talking about the SBA only guarantees. Nobody can. We know that. Like, we're not children. We know that. That's simple information. The SBA doesn't give out the money. They guarantee the loan on behalf of third-party lenders. That's a red herring.
Local credit unions.
You need to tell that to Christy. You don't have to tell that to me, because that's what I've been saying. I say they don't give loans.
What I'm telling you is just so obvious. They don't even need to be stated. She didn't say that. Oh, the SBA is giving out money. That was a red herring. But what I'm telling you is, she
just said it right now.
Listen, what I was saying that you don't understand. What you don't. She just said that she said it. She read it. It said guaranteed. She read it all out. We all heard it. But listen, mute your mic. Be disciplined. I don't understand. You don't understand that these people who saying we can't do this, can't do that, they're not going based off their experience, their tried and failed. Me, Dynast, all of us up here, we talk to these people day in and day out. They're saying what happened when did Tulsa race massacre happen? They saying based on the past and 50, 60, 100 years ago, we can't do XYZ. They're not saying, oh, I tried a business and I failed, so we can't do anything. No, so we need our people to have a fire in their belly. Well, like Hustle Smart said, he talked to his son. Defeat is never a good mentality. Never. 0%. I don't know what the hell you talking about. It could be good sometimes. No, we need our people to have fire in their belly. And when they talk about this defeated shit, I'm going to come at them, and Hustle Smart going to come at them and say, no, you can do, black man.
You can.
So
if you think about what you're saying,
are we moving
if
to
you
a
think
global
about what
society,
you're saying,
right? All I hear is
think about what you're saying. Think about what you're saying. Logically, think about what you're saying logically. There's no way somebody can just grow up to become a grown man and just tell you no to everything. They must have tried something. Nobody that has no experience. You cannot see light when you cannot see darkness.
That's not what's happening with our people. I don't know.
So for you to say that somebody, for you to say that there's some people, that have not ever tried anything and they just don't want to try. I don't believe that.
You can't believe it. It's so crazy.
It doesn't matter what you believe, bro.
Can I just add to the? Can I just add something?
Go ahead, Miriam.
Okay, I just want to add that if we really want to get an idea across, I think it's really important to look at the way that we talk that they will listen to. It's almost as if we enjoy so much beating people down that we're not even trying to figure out how do they need us to say a message. Let's just, and say it that way so that it'll come to them and they'll digest it. But it seems like we're more interested in just beating people down for the
Right.
joy of beating people down. I'm so sorry. I think that's not how other people talk to each other.
Even if I
Exactly.
am wrong,
Exactly.
they
How we're
just want
beating
to beat
people
you down.
down? We gave solutions, direct
You
solutions.
didn't give no solutions. What
I
You
listed
solution?
didn't
The
give any
solution,
solution.
the
You say a
solution is
grown
being
man. You said a grown
self-reliant.
man. You say a grown man that has never tried anything will say he doesn't want to try because it's difficult.
That
What?
wasn't
How
my
does that make
argument.
any
My
sense?
argument was clean up your
What are
credit
you
and you should be
talk?
able to get lines
What
of
are you
credit.
talking about?
Clean up
That's the
your
simple
People,
credit.
situation that
hold on
Tendaji
for a second,
has
y'all. Hold
really
on for a
told
second,
y'all.
y'all. Let me explain something to this brother. It's black people that have worked jobs for 30, 40 years that have never opened up a business. They ain't never felt that it. They ain't never been late a
Not
day at work.
everybody
Hold
needs
on
to
for a
run a
second, man.
business,
Come on, man.
brother.
Stop,
Not
stop being
everybody
like a
wants
That's
to
what he
female.
run the
doesn't
Bro,
business.
understand.
can you please
Not
stop being like
everybody's
a
gonna.
female? I didn't interrupt you when you was talking.
Bro, you interrupt
Intelligent. I
everybody.
didn't interrupt you when you was talking at all. What I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you about just by what you just said, it is people out there that go off of what they don't see and what they don't heard from past history and just won't even try. I know plenty of people like that. So
But
and
we're
you got
talking
people
about
that you
collective.
got, bro. Oh
You
my
know the
God, bro.
wrong group of
Can you
people,
please
brother.
stop
You know
acting
the wrong
like
group
that?
of people.
Can you please stop acting like the hoe that raised you, bro? So what I'm saying is that you do have people that act like that. So for you, now maybe you or whatever nationality you are, maybe you can't fathom that. But I know plenty of black men, plenty of them that have not lost not one penny in the entrepreneur world, have not lost one penny, still will not go out there and try nothing. They rather work a job 30 or 40 years and wait for them to get their watch and get their little settlement, and hopefully they get a social security check when they 70 years old. So it does happen. The problem in our community is we have an employee-based community. We not raised up that like the most people that, like in my family, I'm the only one that's an entrepreneur. We talk about a whole family of that's living right now. It's 300-400 of us. So think about that. Out of 300-400 black people in my family on my mama's side, I'm the only entrepreneur. But if I go and talk to my counterparts, and when I talk to them, they can point to people down the line. My first cousin, my second cousin, my play cousin, my godson, they all talk business. We don't talk business. We talk emotion. We talk defeatism. And that's why we act like that. And that's why we work jobs for 30 or 40 years without even trying to do anything different. And I pass the mic.
Hustle smart. Ain't that a crazy thing where people that done well in business, Chrissy, you, me, Tendaji, we tell our experiences how to get the funding. Okay, you say we can't get the funding. We tell you the access and we still get shouted down? Like, shit, I'd rather be a coon and just keep this shit to myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, for Sister Miriam, as men, sometimes we get like this. Some may be harder than others, but sometimes it gets like this, especially when you're trying to get some shit through. You're trying to get some stuff through people's skulls, and they just won't let it go in. Like brother, intelligent investor, it's so ludicrous to him. He can't even understand somebody not experiencing something and then forming an opinion and gonna act based on that. I don't know where you from, brother, intelligent investor, but I can tell you, you sound like you're from West Africa. Whatever country you're from, I can guarantee you have successful businessmen. I've seen all over YouTube, brothers opening mechanic shops and doing all kind of things, and sisters working, selling food off their head and go up to having a restaurant. But there's other people who won't even try. They're gonna save up every penny they can get to go to Europe and go to America without even trying to be successful in their own city, in their own country. So if that analogy can't help you get it, you're just not gonna get it.
Also, it's not that they won't even try. It's that even the thought of it, they're already flooded with these stories of destruction and stuff like that. That
exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not like they're in a vacuum and nothing is happening. It's like we have to see the whole picture. Otherwise, it's just another beatdown.
I agree 100%, and that's what I'm saying. You got all these people on the internet talking about the Tulsa. Y'all don't see. He might not be in these spaces, so he might not understand. Our people
Right.
use things from. I'm talking about here in Black America. Use these things from 100 years ago as excuses all day, every day. I got people all through my family go quit a job as soon as they start getting paid too much because they're trying to keep getting their government benefits. We all know people we know they will never try to start a business. Oh, I ain't about starting business ain't for everybody. Will you ever try to start one? No, but I ain't got time for all that. They say you got to pay taxes and all this and that. Like you say, going off of what other people's failed experiences who didn't prepare right. He said he had a failed businesses. 9 times out of 10 is because you didn't properly plan and prepare yourself. That's just what it is.
The business acumen, dog. That's why I said the business acumen is a thing. Like when it comes to my family, I had a reference of both my mother and my father starting businesses, working a job, but always had the entrepreneur mindset ready to go. When it comes from my standpoint, I feel that if you guys live in hoods, nice neighborhoods, if you see a vacant lot, Tendaji, in Baton Rouge for $6,000, I will find you an investor that can cash you out $15,000. You can make the money off the spread. When it comes to what I do as a realtor, I work in California. Once California dried up,
hold on 1 second, guys. This is not financial advice. Please do
this
your
is not
own
financial
research.
advice. Pardon me. Sorry about that, Prince. But when it comes to everything, if you guys can at least see an ugly ass house, Old National Highway, East Point, East Cobb, you guys is in New York, upstate New York, the Bronx. You guys can find properties where it's not even something where you got to spend 20, 30,000. Only thing you got to do is just figure out what's the situation of the rehab, get it under contract with a seller, and you can sell the contract rights to an investor. That's what they call double close, an assignment of contract. You can get legal advice. This is not legal advice at all, but get legal advice from a reputable attorney. This is something where you can take advantage of people gentrifying your blocks. Niggas always talking about they gentrifying the blocks, but don't realize that wholesale real estate is a thing.
In layman terms, you're just a middleman.
You're just a middleman. You're just shifting paperwork around, Tendaji. You're just finding that Baton Rouge investor, Bubba, white boy Bubba, that buy 50, 60 properties every single year. He'll cash you out. So you talking about white supremacy, Mr. Jenkins will cash you out. If you say, I don't do business with white people, I'm doing business with Mr. Jenkins. Cool, Mr. Jenkins. You can help that brother get a land lot for cheap. He built a $180,000 property, and you get paid in the middle.
And let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Miss Miriam. So this is the thing, and I understand because you have a female dynamic and you have a male perspective. You know how people talk to certain people, but you think that actually talking nice to somebody will make somebody that don't want to do anything do something? You think it goes by how you speak to them that makes them not want to do anything?
Well, I don't think talking with all the insults that we throw it feels like it's a lot to handle. First, they have to deal with the insult, and then they have to figure out if what you're saying is true or not.
Okay. Now hold your point right there. So if I said it nice, then how would they perceive it that way?
Then a conversation can be had about what's actually being said.
No, hold on, Miss Mary. Hold on, think about it now. You keep saying that the conversation be had. The thing about it is, when it comes to a person that's not doing anything and don't want to do anything and telling other people why they can't do anything, it's no conversation to be had. Because they already have in their mind, Miss Miriam, that they're not gonna do anything. These type of people. Oh, hold on, let me finish. These type of people will clock in and go to work every day. They will run you off the road trying to get to that time card to clock in. You get what I'm saying? So we all know, especially when it comes to black people. See, this is the thing where I think it's disingenuous. It's disingenuous when it comes to black people. Black people are more of the worst talking people I have ever heard in my life is black people. You get what I'm saying? We just talk about just natural, basic conversation. We talk about ebonics to whatever. It's black people. Black people don't like, the funny part is, Miss Miriam, is that most black people, if you talk nice to them, they'll think you're a sucker. They'll think you're passive. They won't even take you serious. That's just the way that we are as people. You get what I'm saying? Now, I know. Now, don't get me wrong. I got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Now, she can't stand. I go to raising my voice up. I can smell the snot bubbles coming through the phone. But But when I don't say anything to her, she out here acting like a wild hyena hood rat, chasing goddamn four-wheeler shorty down the street that got a pistol out in his back because I'm being too nice to her. You get what I'm saying? So it's a catch-22 with black people because I have heard my daughter over phone have her talk the same way that I talk. But when it comes from me as somebody that she see as a authority figure, she takes it worse. But when it's an average person on the street, she don't take it serious at all. So that's how I know. See, when it's coming from somebody that's doing better than you or somebody that's over you, trying to tell you that you need to do something, that's when you take it serious. Because if you was at the red light and there was a female over there talking shit to you and she don't know you or you don't know her, you'll roll up the window and like, oh, please, I ain't even bothered about what she say. But it's when a person is trying to connect with you personally to tell you to get your sorry ass up. Do you see the plight that we in? Do you see the way how the Democrats come at us every 4 years? Do you see how we complain about the judges that locking our sons up? Do you see that they get voted into office? We don't show up for that. You see how the Democrat Party don't tell us to go vote for the judges. You see how the Democrats don't tell us to go vote for the sheriff in our community. They want us to come out when they prancing their big candidates out and we sit up here and go for it every year. Those are the people you can't talk to them any type of way because they're already being pandered to. You can't get on the pandering train when it comes to us. We need to wake up, talking to us and rubbing us on our head like a good dog and telling us how we've been done for 400 years, Miss Miriam, ain't worked. It got to be a different approach. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It doesn't have to be in either extreme. You know, it doesn't have to be like super sugary, nice and everything, but it doesn't have to be like insulting either.
Yeah, the thing about it is, Miss Miriam, just telling somebody that they need to get up off their ass and do something is going to be assault. Black people get offended by you telling them to move their car in another parking spot, Miss Miriam. See, that's the thing. That's the thing about us. See, I know you thought I was a bad guy and all of that, and not say the right. I know how you think how I am, but I'm actually what I do is I call it straight down the middle. I talk to men the same way that I talk to females, but in some type of way, we're taught that when it comes to women, we need to be a certain type of way. Women have all the help that they can get. They got the whole process. This is one thing I'm gonna end it with this, Miss Miriam. You know what? Oh, this female told me, she said that, you know what, y'all men complain about all the stuff that's going wrong with women, but y'all the one that set the laws in place. And you know what I told her, Miss Miriam? I said, instead of arguing with her, I said, you're right. You got beta males in Congress, you got beta males that's in the Senate that have women get them to push votes, to sign laws and sign things legislative, and then they get mad when the women use it against them. That's why my channel is the Silk Police Academy, because there's no reason to silk for a female and then she'll use those same laws against you, and you're the one that's simping for her. That's why I talk the way I talk, because I have seen it happen. You know what I'm saying? I have seen it happen with my own daughter, how she pick and choose which guy that she wants to castrate, Miss Miriam. I have seen that with my own eyes. And the thing that gives her that is the laws that are more geared towards women. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of laws that should help and protect women. But when somebody is using things purposely to castrate you, you should call them out.
Is it working? Is it working?
Oh, it's definitely working. It's working. It's working, Miss Miriam, when I could put 700,000 back into the black community in black man pockets. And I didn't get that in their pocket for talking nice to them. That's from literally me following them, talking to them, yelling at them, so that they need to do something.
That the way that you're talking is affecting the men and causing them to start businesses and all that?
Yes.
In his inner circle,
It's almost like, Miss Miriam, it's almost the saddest thing in the world. And I'm going to tell you this about black men, that I have to literally go out and force them, harass them, to show them how easy it is to start their own business. As a person like me, Miss Mary, I ain't graduated from nothing. From nothing. And I make it in my family. I am the highest. I make the most on my mama's side. That is on my mama's side. If not one person in my family makes more than me, and I ain't graduated from nothing, been through nothing. So what I do is I go after these brothers that I have to literally make. I'm like, hey, bro, sit down right here. Let me show you. You know what I'm saying? Because if I didn't, they would just walk away. Because they don't even, they think filling out an I-9 form is like some type of hell, like you're gonna go to hell or something and you put the right number down. This is how brothers think. That's why H&R Block make as much money as they make during tax time, Miss Miriam. That's why Jackson Hewitt sit they focus ass at the Kroger, wait for you to come in there and just throw them some money because you got 2 or 3 kids on your taxes. You finna get $9,000 back, and they gonna get they cut. And then you got black people borrowing money against the tax people. Now they got up to that you can borrow $2,000 from them at 35%. The black people are not even thinking about it. Somebody told me this a long time ago, Miss Miriam. It's two types of black people. It's renter center niggas and it's rooms to go niggas. You got to choose which one you want to be.
Okay,
That's
well
a
then
good one
I'll
right
step
there.
down
All right,
if
I'm
it's
gone, family.
working.
I'm gone. Y'all
That's,
peace
No,
out.
don't go
shout out to you,
nowhere.
man.
We need you on now to balance it out.
Oh, I think Chrissy's doing an excellent job.
Well, then Chris is almost like a dude in disguise, Shawty. Tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying?
But can I say this? Can I say
She's
this?
cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? We need your side to sit up there so you can put the diaper up under them. They put some baby powder on their butts. You know what I'm saying? You'll help
But
them
Hustle
out. Go
Smart, can I
ahead,
ask you a
my
question
brother.
after you done? After you done, because when it
Go
comes
ahead.
to me, I'm a realtor and I'm a person where I try to put everybody on in my old high school. And this is 10 years ago. And like you say, you gotta harass a motherfucker. You gotta pull up at his house, at his mama house, and say, "Yo, this is a job interview. We got," and I make it seem like it's a ritzy ass job interview where his mama will wake his, like you say, his stinking ass up and go take a shower and go put a suit on. And it's sad because when people say that somebody's blocking us, I'm like, the under 30 black men crowd, them dudes is trying to be rappers, digital stars, porn stars, everything that has to evolve with some line of entertainment or athleticism. And when it comes to something like being a real estate agent, they don't see the flash until they see Young Thug's realtor. Young Thug realtor making $8 million a year. He got the Benz, he got the women, he got the fat homes. Now, Hustle Smart, my question to you directly is, do motherfuckers that are in legitimate fields got to flash to the street people in order to get it motivated? Or what's going on? What do you think, on your opinion?
Because
Because
it's
you're
just
somebody that's from that realm.
self-motivated people, man. You know what? Like when I go to the rail yard, man, I see the brothers sitting out there in the parking lot. They don't left the house. They out there brushing their teeth right there. They ain't got time to be late. Like it's the thought process when you wake up. When you wake up every day, you wake up and say, man, am I gonna be a fuck nigga? Or am I gonna be a real nigga today? You know what I'm saying? It's the choice that you make. Do I want to lay around and do nothing? Do I want to play games with the female I'm dating? You get what I'm saying? Like Miss Miriam, why do you think females get upset when they sit up here and be so transparent with a man, and the man sit up there and play with them like that? You get what I'm saying? Like that's the funny part. Like y'all think that I hate females, but I'm really actually on your side. The difference is I don't pander to females. When the female is wrong, she's wrong. She's going to the slaughterhouse the same way I send the dude to the slaughterhouse. But the problem is that when females put their place in guys on potential. You get what I'm saying? The potential is not gonna get you nowhere, but laid on your back or your stomach and some dude flopping on top of you like a fish out of water. Now you in the kitchen making him a sandwich, thinking that you don't create this whole life story in your brain, off of a one-night stand. And there's a lot of people that's living today in the situation that we're living off of a one-night stand that we don't made into a relationship. You get what I'm saying? Right now, I just filed for a divorce from my wife, last Thursday. You get what I'm saying? And the first thing she want to come up and start talking about that she had a spiritual awakening because she thinks that that's a trigger word for black people. See, that's how they talk to us, Miss Miriam. They talk to us using emotional politics, using us fear mongering politics. And then with black people against black people, we use religion against each other. You get what I'm saying? To the point that if you start talking about God and Jesus, and if I say anything against it, then I'm the devil. You know what I'm saying? We use those same tactics that we claim that white people use. We use them in a micro level against each other. We combine it and use it in the petty level against each other. So when it comes to black men and black females, you know what I'm saying? These are the people that I go for, because you should be tired of a business telling you how long you can go on your lunch break. You should get tired of a business telling you how many times you can go to the bathroom. You should be tired of telling somebody that you want to take off from work so you can deal with your kids without the threat of losing your job. You get what I'm saying? So if you got a base society that's leaning, that they scatter everything except for when it comes to each other, they are the easiest ones to hold for a voting block. See, the Latinos, the white people, the Democrat and the Republicans know that they got to earn their vote. They don't have to earn anything. The black people, we just give it away because we think it's nothing. We think that voting participation, and lobbying, we think that that's nothing. But you start talking about a strawberry letter. You start talking about paternity test Tuesday. You start talking about goddamn with celebrity beefing. You know what I'm saying? You start talking about Atlanta Housewives and all this ratchet, you know what I'm saying, social media TV shows. Black people, we are headstrong on the internet. Social media tells you everything that you need to know. Social media, Instagram is one of the top 3 things, the worst thing that ever happened to black people. It's the worst, because we don't get me wrong, we have a few black people that makes money off of it, but the most of us are followers. You got them white people. We always talking about white people do it too. You got white people on Instagram getting 30, 40,000 just to post a product for 30, 40 minutes. But what do we do as black people? We got chicks shaking their ass on the regular for free. Some of them got an OnlyFans page, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. You know, let you see that fish box for $3.99. And then you got the black dudes on here talking about the ops, and they opt out, and the ops around the corner. And we got to get the ops. And then the ops over here, the ops over there, here, op, everywhere, op. And then you got them, they trying to impress each other to hunt each other. To the point that Instagram had made it to the point that this is where you go to hunt black people on the weekend, not to come together. And then you got the scamming black people that come on here with this religion shit, that come on there telling you, man, I don't know who need to hear this today, but you know, your ship gonna come in tomorrow. And you got black people like, oh yeah, I received that. I received that. We don't mind being sold hope. We don't mind being sold entertainment. We don't mind being sold dysfunction. But when you talk about opening up their business, Miss Miriam, now you talk about talking nice to them. Now you talk about bringing them a Subway sandwich with some low-fat Lay's potato chips. You get what I'm saying? So, but when it comes to all the social media and all the dysfunction, we can act however we want to act. But when it comes to us getting off our ass, you know, doing something, we're not doing it. And the last thing, I'm finna pass the mic. And the last thing, Miss Miriam, if somebody would have talked nice to me when I was doing what I was doing, I would have kept doing what I doing. I would have never gave them. But that person got up in my face and made me sit down and listen. You get what I'm saying? To the point that I thought the person was finna fight me, Miss Miriam. That's how serious it got, because the person could see the potential, and they like, you got a good talk game. You know what I'm saying? They told me that the business is just like the streets. You get what I'm saying? To the point that it's legit. If you know how to conduct business with streets and this gang and that gang, this junkie, this crackhead, this prostitute, this nigga trying to rob you, you can conduct business on a legit label with black and white paperwork, and you ain't got to duck nobody.
You ain't gotta
That's
shoot nobody.
how it was proposed to me, Miss Miriam. And it wasn't proposed to me in a nice way. It was either death and destruction, or be bougie and sit on your white sofa with your white rug. Those was the choices. And I had to make the decision as a man that got kids. Why would I want to trick myself off the street for my baby mama to sit up there and raise the kids, and for my son to see me through a glass window and call that real and call that done? That's what we call real, and we call that's what's popping. But if a person that's opened up a business, they are square, they are lame. We're the only group of people that talks like that. No other group of people talks like that to their people that's trying to have financial benefits and financial literacy. And I pass the mic.
Because, dude, when it comes from your situation, at least you get one person a month. Shit, I get one dude every 3 months. At least you get once a month. Shit.
All right, guys. I'll put the link in the chat room if you guys want to call in. Please click on the link. If not, we'll go ahead and close out.
Can I let Mr. Sandman talk?
Prince. Miss Sadman. Miss Sadman, I forgot you was there. Miss Sadman, go ahead.
Oh yeah, what's up? Yeah,
you know I got to fight for you, Mr. Sandman, dog. You know I got to fight for you, my brother.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. We probably both from the Gallagher in South Carolina. That's where my family from too.
For sure. Yeah, I'm from the rice picking niggas from Sierra Leone. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, I'm probably as black as my family is. They probably had us in the field too.
But, yeah, man, picking that rice, boy. Picking that rice. Go ahead, though, my brother.
Sandman, what do you think about everything, man?
Yeah, that's what I was about to bring up about. You know what I mean? So I don't want to talk down on a lot of people that just have regular jobs, and the reason why I say that is because, you know, we all need each other. You know, so basically, I see this.
Oh man, you got to get that Boost Mobile. Yo, you got to do something about that Boost Mobile, Mr. Sandman. You just can't go to any corner. You can't just go to them little tents on the side of the road, get them phones, man.
Hey, them tents at Kroger. Them tents at Kroger. Right here on Cascade.
I see them out there, man. Yeah. I see them out there.
Yeah.
I was about to ask Dynast a question. When it comes to your business, you did it off of technically a zero-based investment, correct? You just needed to get the audience, and they came.
Correct.
See, like that's
what I'm trying to say to JD. He's the business.
Like that's what I try to say to JD. Like, dog, if we in social media, like Hustle Smart said, we on social media 24/7. If we can't be able to create a vessel where homie has his email in the bio, has a situation of organizing clerical work, like Chrissy said, admin work, and he has people that's incoming, that's interested, a niche audience, where it's not even cold calling, it's not even cold selling. You got the algorithm in your leverage. Like, come on, bruh. If we have like 2 million Instagram models that are pretty much getting flued out, cashed out, and smashed out, then we can have 2 million extra black business owners, man. I don't see that being a problem. And if you say if it's gonna, well, hell, come to me, come to Chrissy. Shit, we'll get you right. Business grants, business lines of credit. Shit, I'm operating my businesses off of the Air Max. And I call it the Air Max because I can go anywhere on the air in the world when it comes to American Express, dog. But with Prince,
Miss Miriam, before we get off here, let me ask you a question before we go. Do you think that the black race is just black? We're talking about black males and black females, that we're too hypersexual? That's to you, Miss Miriam.
Yeah, I would like to hear that question.
Oh, that's kind of a tough question because I'm on a train, a public train.
Well, it's just a yes. It's just either we are hyper.
I think. Okay, I'll say. I think we might be, but it turned out to be to our advantage.
Please explain why. How is it to our advantage?
Hypergamy?
What was that?
I said explain how it's to our advantage. I got to know this.
Again,
Yeah, I'm
I'm on a
curious.
train. You know what? I'll send it to you on a chat because I'm on a train. You know, I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah, yeah.
to.
You bailed yourself out because black people being hypersexual does not help us at all. Because that's all we talk about is fucking. You got dudes sitting there like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I can do what I want to do because I'm slanging a rod to these chicks, you know, so they can't do nothing about it. And now you got chicks sitting up here like, oh yeah, you know, give me money, I got a pussy, give me pussy, I got a pussy, give me money, because I got a pussy, I'm bad, bitch. And that's all we talk about. That's all we talk about. You
I
can go on.
agree. I agree. I think that part
I also agree.
is too much.
It is way too much. The hypersexual, that's all we talk about, to the point that when we see a businessman or a businesswoman good, we be like, oh shit, look at that ass though. Look at them titties
Yeah.
though. We ain't sitting up here
Okay.
talking about, man, you know what I'm saying? What institution did they learn for? Who was their guru? Who
Yeah, what
trained them?
college she go to?
We none of that. We're not asking about anything other than how that ass look and how that dude look in his goddamn in his boy shorts. What they call them, hoochie daddy shorts or whatever. Like think about it. It's so sad that you got dudes out here that's trying to compete with females who can wear the tightest clothes in Miami. You are
Yeah.
it's ridiculous that dudes are competing on Ocean Boulevard who clothes are the
Ocean Drive.
tightest.
No.
You get what I'm saying? Like, this is the weirdest thing in the world, to the point that, like, if you go up to a female, you start talking about how good you can eat the box, like El Chapo, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, that right there gonna get you more. You're gonna get you further with her.
Yes,
But
sir.
I'm gonna tell you something. If I go up to a female talking about I want to eat the box like an anteater, you know what I'm saying? I probably can get the ass that same night raw dog. But if I go at her and start talking about my 5-year plan or my 10-year plan, she gonna call me a lame and a buster and say I don't know how to talk to women.
Yeah, the
That is the
qualities.
weirdest thing in our community. That now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about being sexual to a woman, that you got your hands all on her and that you're groping her. But I'm talking about just straight up conversation. I can meet a female in the Dollar General parking lot, and before that conversation, she's telling me what porno stars she like, and I'm telling her what porno movies I watch. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can have a conversation with a random black female, you get what I'm saying, about sex before you have a conversation about business, Miss Miriam. And when you got people that's like that, that's why, like I say, with the Democrat Party, when they come around, is what we got to do. Let's have a fish fry. Let's do
Take your
some
booty to the
line
pole.
dancing. Let's do some wobble wobble. Let's do the electric slide. Let's get out there and shake your stinking ass. Let's get out there and dance. Let's get up here and just start twerking and shaking your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's respected in our community. And that's why the women, don't get me wrong. Now I understand black women, they got more girth. You get what I'm saying? They got more girth. But when you got more girth, you can't be walking around with size goddamn small leggings that stretch so much that you can see goddamn the name of your underwear. And you wearing that every day. You get what I'm saying? So even if a man wants to come at you in a proper way, he's only going to come at you because he can see your box through your goddamn X-ray leggings. And it's the same thing with females coming up to a brother, and he's sitting up here with money all out, you know what I'm saying, riding around hot boxing in a Charger. She asks him where he live at. She asks him where did he work at, or how many kids he have, or how many baby mamas he got. You know what I'm saying? She want to bust it wide open in the back of the Burger King or at the drive-in movie theater, and then they got a baby and they don't even like each other. 2 weeks later, Miss Chrissy, they don't even like each other. So you got black people that's out here meeting and greeting. Believe me, I understand black people. I understand that we are naturally gifted when it comes to how we're built up. You got brothers, you know what I'm saying, maybe like Dynas. Dynas probably don't even work out like he used to. And he still got his same build. You got females that just naturally got that bubble, you know what I'm saying, that bubble butt, you know what I'm saying, small waist, you know what I'm saying, look good, and they don't work out at all. That's one thing that black people have, that we're naturally You know, of course, not all, but black people have naturally nice bodies without no work. You see white people dragging babies up and down the street trying to stay in shape. You get what I'm saying? You see white people climbing up Stone Mountain to get in shape. You got black women that'll go in there and go to Burger King and come back out 3 months later after eating Burger King 5 days a week, and she fine as hell. You know what I'm saying? You see brothers that just regular walk up and down the street, they take off their shirt, they got a six-pack. See that that's where we home into things like that, because those are easy things to do. It's easy to go to a mall and see the finest black woman you ever seen in your life. It's easy to go in the hood and see guys that naturally can fight and naturally can run. But where do we go to see the brothers that's conducting business? You don't even hear about them. You don't hear about Puff Daddy and Jay-Z, they business acumen, you know what I'm saying? You only hear about the parties that they throw. You only hear about the crystals that they pop. You only hear about the Bentleys that they drive. You hear about the mansions that they live in. But when it comes to them talking about conducting business, they don't talk about that. They talk about swag. They talk about the way that they make their money, and that's it. They don't tell you the intricate parts because they know black people don't want to hear it. Black people want to go to the party, shake their stinking ass, and have babies out there in the parking lot to the point that 3 months later, they don't know who the baby daddy is, and the dude sitting up there arguing with her talking about that it ain't his, even though he raw dogged her and skeeted up in her twice, you know what I'm saying, at the goddamn Crystal parking lot. So the hypersexualness and us looking the way that we look make us gravitate to music and the entertainment industry. You get what I'm saying? So you got Becky over there that cooking pancakes in her goddamn jeans. You know what I'm saying? She's more liable to go to college and come out with a degree because she ain't got no heat on her. You know what I'm saying? When she put on some leggings, it looked like she got a book bag on her. She don't get that the sexual attraction is not on her.
I
You
don't
know what I'm
know,
saying?
dog. These
So
Becky's
you
now
got
getting thick, dog.
so yeah, so you got black women that are naturally thick, and when they first year of college, just like I talked to my daughter and her friend, she already said she only got 8 of her friends that got pregnant within that first year, within their first year of college.
What?
And this is because of the sexual attention that they get, that they couldn't dress the way they want to dress at home. But when they go to college, they don't care how they dress. These girls walk around but I came and picked up my daughter one time. Her friend had on some booty shorts and a long shirt that you couldn't even see the shorts. You get what I'm saying? And I told her she got to
It was
change
just
her
all
clothes.
legs.
I told her
Damn.
that she had to change her clothes, and she said, why? And I told her, well, yo, listen, she asking a grown man why she can't get in the car with him, with look like she got on some drawers, then she don't need to ride with us. You get what I'm saying? But that's the type of way that I had to talk to her because nobody else ain't talked to her. Because her mama is dressing the same way that she dressed. So her mama had a problem with me telling her daughter that she need to put on some clothes because they was on a time schedule. See, that's where we're at with our people. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're at. And so, like I say now, my daughter don't want to hear anything about being an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? She want to hear about, have I put that Cash App on her, and can I buy this Peruvian wavy natural silky? That's what she cares more about because she's in a school, in a society that's built on how you look and how fat your ass is. And I pass the mic.
If I could just say something, it's just so disappointing, honestly. Like, and a lot of what you said, I mean, I hate to say, it's true. But Booger, what you said, it's just so disappointing that in 2023 we're still this backward and underdeveloped as a people, especially with the way where the world is going. We're so unprepared. We don't even know nothing's happening. It's just so sad. And I'm just at the point, I really don't want to hear Black folk talk about racism no more. It just sounds so like archaic at this point. And I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but we really are our worst enemy. I don't know what God has to come down from heaven, a level of deliverance that needs to happen. It's just sad. The way we think, the things we do, we're so self-destructive. We don't need a white supremacist. The white supremacists have gone on to do other things because they see that they're no longer needed. White people don't think about us because we're not a threat. We're not a threat. We're not competition. They've moved on. They've moved, and we're still talking about things that happened, as you said, like Tulsa, like 100 years ago, as to why we can't do something today. You know, and I don't know what, we just can't get it. I can't figure it out, but it's just so sad. And, you know, and we're going to suffer with the world that's coming. Our people are going to suffer so badly because when resources get scarce, people get real tribal. And we have very lean institutions to lean into. Very few, if any. It's just sad. That's all I have to say. It's just really
too
sad.
reactionary. It's too reactionary, Chrissy, because when it comes to layoffs, when 10 million jobs get lost in the summer of this year, because they're already saying that recession is going to hit very hard, no soft landing. 10 million jobs lost. They're saying 3.5 million black jobs is gone. That's 1.9 million black women jobs. That's 1.7 million black men jobs. So that means that all that is erased just to crush down inflation and to be able to get, you know, inflation 2%. Meaning that they're literally saying that y'all niggas can be the brunt of all this shit, and we're gonna make sure that we move on to the next chapter.
And we're not even the people who can pivot, you know, and say, okay, well, let's work together and build a business together because we see what's happening. Let's have a plan B together. We don't do that. We're just gonna go on the street and talk and carry on and act a fool, and that's gonna be the end of it. I just leave black people in God's hands at this point. Yes.
Chrissy, they're waiting for Jay-Z to pretty much get a course, like how Jay-Z had the Bitcoin course when Bitcoin already crashed from 71,000 to like $3,000 a coin. They're gonna wait for Jigga Man to come through or their favorite celebrity. Like, people don't want solutions from regular people. They want it from their celebrity. They want it like how people wanted Michael to, how can I say, to be the second coming, to expose the industry and expose everything. Same that goes now. They want the celebrity to come through. They want somebody that's in the now to give
shout out to Steve T. He said get your license to carry, but the problem is, Steve T, that most black people are scared of guns. Most black people are scared of guns. You get what I'm saying? And most black people don't even have enough bullets for anything. We had a show, I think you was on the Real Deal Financial, and I sit up there and ask all the brothers collectively, how many bullets did you have? And when between 4 black men, they only had 60 bullets. What? 60 bullets. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to recycle your water. You don't know how to preserve meats. You get what I'm saying? You don't know how to discard your shit. You don't even know how to do anything. And the funny part is that this is one thing that white people know. They know that we're not prepared because they see what we talk about. They see they listen to our radio stations. When I listen to the Red Eye radio station late at night, they are telling white people how to recycle their water. They're telling them how to buy these carts or these totes that got food for like 5 years. You get what I'm saying? Like, how do you not have a gas mask or a butane, a lighter, or some type of way to heat yourself up? You get what I'm saying? We're so dependent on Kroger, Walmart, Save-A-Lot that we're just, the most food that we got in our kitchen is enough for 2 days, 2 to 3 days max. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, if we lost power, we wouldn't know how to conserve it. But think about it like this. We always talk about white people. If white people got all this money, then why do they participate in finding resources for them to help themselves? You get what I'm saying? Like, think about it. If they living in Beverly Hills, why are they practicing if something happened, how to survive? They're teaching their kids how to follow this route, how to go in a safe room. You know what I'm saying? They're teaching their kids how to shoot. We're trying to, we think that the world is going to be perfect for so long that we don't even teach our kids. We take our kids to the basketball court. We take them to the football field. We're trying to get them to do something so they can make some money in entertainment. So, you know what I'm saying? This is the type of shit that we got going to. And just like the brother said, when I was talking about how we look, it was a brother that said, but we're not the most healthy though. But that's the thing that we do as black people. That's why the heart attack in black people and sickle cell and diabetes is the biggest thing, because you have black people that look like nothing is wrong with them, but they heart, you know what I'm saying, their heart got irregular heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? You see black people that think they doing well and they sit up there using the EpiPen, shoot themselves. You know what I'm saying? You got all this stuff going on health-wise to the point that black people are scared to go to the hospital.
That's how Anna Roger Curry died.
I know plenty of black people proud to tell you that they ain't been to the doctor's office in 4-5 years. Or somebody got to drag them to the doctor's office. Or they ain't been to the dentist in 10 years. Like this is the thing that we're proud to say. And so whenever the black experience is over, believe me, y'all, let me be the first person to tell y'all this right here. As soon as the Latinos, the majority of them learn how to speak English, the black experience is over with. Y'all don't even see it that the black experience is a countdown for us. The Latinos is a better group to work with. The Latinos outnumber us. Now we're the third minority in the United States. Even though we talk all this shit, talking about we built this and we built that, but the Latinos, they work together. We don't work together. Why would anybody sit up here and deal with us when we don't work together and we complain? We complaining to the same people that we go and beg to work at. And then when we go to work, we halfway do work. You got videos on Instagram right now. I never forget it. It's this little video that was going on trending. I ain't never doing shit at work. I ain't never doing shit at work. I'm sitting up here still in company time. You got niggas in here joking about not working a job, what they complaining about.
No pride.
Because opening up your own business is not sexy to black people. Sitting in a convenience store in your own neighborhood, selling product to your own people is not sexy to black people. But what is sexy? That's getting paid on Friday, going to the nail shop, going to get you a wig or a weave, you know what I'm saying? Going to put on some skin tight shit and going to a club that's a death trap. That usually somebody fighting or shooting outside.
Strokers.
But you'll put yourself in dangerous position to go have a good time. You'll go to a place that's known for shooting and killing to have a good time. But to sit in the house and save some money, to sit in the house and try to come up with a plan to make extra money, you won't do that. But you'll spend all your paycheck, then sit up here and talk about God got me and God helped me get through the week. And you pray to God to hope your car start up. But when before you went and shook your stinking ass, you could have went to goddamn Pep Boys and got the starter change. You could have went to the tire shop and got your tires changed. But that's proactive. We're reactive. So therefore, we'll sit on the side of the road praying and staring, hoping that somebody pull over and help us. We love getting online begging for help. That's why you have black people that don't even have insurance. So now today, the black woman's insurance policy is a black man dying by the police. That's how you got people that's leaving generational wealth for other black people, is when a black man die or get harassed by the police. But now the police don't start pulling back. You know what I'm saying? They don't start being like, man, I ain't gonna risk my job, you know what I'm saying, doing this stuff. And I'm not saying
the blue flu.
And now look what don't happen. Now the crime don't went up. Now the murders that went up. Now the aggravated assaults went up. And now in Atlanta, y'all think y'all talk shit about white people. The number one people that get robbed is women. The black men have gotten smart. They'd be like, why would I tussle with this black man right here? I might have to fight, might have to shoot him. But this chick, She think that I like her. She think that she look good. She got Dolce & Gabbana. She got Birkin bags. She got MCM. Let me rob
She on the
her.
gram. She can be tracked on the
She's
gram.
shaking her ass. She's standing on top of the car. She taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? Dudes are running off with their phones and robbing them in Atlanta. So females in Atlanta are the new walking lick because you got females now that flex just as hard as men do. You know what I'm saying? But men are waking up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they flex harder, dog. They get all the cash apps, man. They flex even harder, man.
It's the weirdest thing in the world. So when I talk about global economics, I'm not telling now one of y'all black people that you need to go anywhere because it's easier in America to get a job. That's just all it is to it.
Easy in America to become a billionaire, bruh.
But it's easy to start your own business in Africa. It's easy to do that. So therefore, you can have those two forms of income. I just don't think black people like responsibility. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's easy to go into an office, clock in, and go to the meeting and let him tell you where you got to work at, what hour you got to work at, what department you're gonna be in. This is what you need to have done by 3 o'clock. This you need to have done tomorrow. If you don't finish this, you need to go somewhere. It's like we like that structured way. And now that's one of the things I will say that's come from a slavery mindset that we have as people because we're used to white people waking us up, beating us, slaving us, raping us, you know what I'm saying, disenfranchising us and making us work in the field all day. We're used to them standing over us. You get what I'm saying? To the point that if we got a black person standing over there, we'll sit up there and buck against the black person, but then when the white person come in there, we all shut up.
That's where they think the order comes in, bro. That's where they think the order comes in.
We're happy when a white person tell us where to go because he tell us, just like when we had Miss Miriam up here earlier, we like it when they talk to us because they stab you in the back with a smile on their face. You get what I'm saying? When they stab you in the back, they're talking nice to you. You know what I'm saying? When they bring you in the office after you don't work there for 30, 40 years and you got 6 occurrences and you have no more to get and now you late again, they bring you in there all nice and tell you real nice and be like, you know what, well, we got to let you go, but anything you need from us, if you need a reference, we'll give you a reference, but you know, I got to stick by the policy, even though you've been working for 30 years, they'll walk out and be like, man, you know what? Man, I can't say nothing about him, man. He was real cool with me. He was real cool with me because we're weird as fuck like that. You know what I'm saying? It is no way that Hustle Smart talks the way that I talk, and then I get offended when somebody else talk to me the same way. Or I act like somebody shocked me, and I'm grasping for my invisible pearls around my neck. Pause. You get what I'm saying? But you know what? Go ahead, your moja, same as Donata. Go ahead.
Hi. Okay, I have 2 contrasting views.
Go ahead.
So the first one is someone said in the chat that hard work is the way to excel. It isn't. That's about 40% of the equation. The other 60% is smart work. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what it takes to elevate and be working at that level at all times. Also, you need to be making full use of your social, and by that I mean your network and your access to opportunities. I'm going to tell you about a situation last week. I'd actually forgotten about it till I got a notice on my phone that I had a meeting 2 hours away, 2 hours from that point. And it was the opportunity to go to Google here in Los Angeles, in Playa Vista, to participate in a program where they were going to help with resumes and help with interviewing. So I showed up and I was sitting in the lobby and I kept seeing black person after black person after black person come in. I'm like, wow. So then I thought about, well, where did I hear about this? It ended up coming up in my news feed on Facebook, because that's the kind of information that I seek. And that plays into my social network, what I'm feeding my mind, what am I looking for from an elevation and advancement perspective. Okay. So we got there. The lead was an ex-Googler who I think he'd been there 9 years. He left the company and partnered with them to bring in diverse candidates. So there he was, taking his knowledge, expertise, establishing a business, and then coming back and selling services to his former employer. So that's one way we can elevate ourselves. The majority of the people in the room, no, all of the people except for 2 were Black. It was about 50% of the invitees were female, the other 50% were male. So there was a balance. The other 2 people, so let's say 48 were Black, 2 were Latin females. So I'm not sure if they were Spanish, Honduran, whatever. So we're going to lump them into Latin. The premise of the event was to get us into Google. There were so many of us that came in that they had to set up a follow-up. And the follow-up is that we each have the opportunity to go back, have our resume reviewed by an individual, sit down one-on-one, 45-minute session. And then if you choose after that, you can come back and do a mock interview. During the session, we were all broken up into groups. And I happened to be lucky enough to get in a group where our group lead was actually a Google recruiter. So he sat with each of us. He looked at my resume, told me what I needed to change, told me to send it back. I haven't had the opportunity to send it back to him, but I did make the revisions. So I have an opportunity that even if I don't get into Google, they will tweak my resume and help me prepare for an interview so much that I'll be able to get in with another FANG company. FANG being Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google. So we have to start looking at what are we feeding our minds? What are we getting exposed to? Wouldn't have had that opportunity if I don't have patterns that an algorithm can see and suggest content for me.
So, you don't have Love and Hip Hop. You don't have World Star on your shit. You got tech.
No,
you
I
got
don't.
tech. And
No,
that's
I don't.
beautiful. And that's so beautiful because with you, they're helping you. They're actively helping you. They don't care what your skin color is. You are here.
Yes. Yes.
They didn't say, nah, we don't do niggas here. We don't serve nigga pies. Serve no nigga pies.
And also, so they gave each of us, I drove in, but they gave each of us $200 in Uber credits.
And gave you transportation? What?
So one guy was like, oh, I have an interview far out next week. I'm gonna use this for that. Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Where you from, Miss Yamoji? Where you from?
Why?
Yeah,
Just
what city you from?
No. I'm not gonna guess because I don't know. I just, so I see the name. I can just tell by your thought process. So I can just tell. That's why I'm intrigued. So where you from?
I grew up in Savannah, Georgia. I'm a Georgia Bulldog. But I've been in Los Angeles for over 20 years.
Okay.
So you thought I was some flavor of continental?
No. I could just hear I could hear the because I'm from the South myself, so I could just hear how you talk.
Yeah,
but
you don't sound like me. I'm born in LA.
Yeah, I can tell that he's from California. I can tell it. See, when you said you was he's in LA just like you are. So what I'm saying is, but when hear both of y'all talk, you sound more like me or my sister the way our country asses talk. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
To the point with a little bit of uppity. No, you can see the uppity. You can hear the uppiness in it, but you can still tell that it's some Southern drawl in there. You know what I'm saying? You can hear the Southern, but this is the thing though. What I'm saying is this right here. It's nothing contrast about what you're saying. What you're saying is that you put yourself in a position or put your social media, your algorithm in a place where it can see things. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure you watch a little ratchet TV, because I watch a little ratchet TV too. You get what I'm saying? With the volume down, you know what I'm saying? But I still watch it a little bit. So what I'm saying is that you don't watch it to enough to where you're consumed by hood booger bitches shit. You're not consumed by ratchet behavior. That's the problem. See, let me explain something to you, Miss Yemoja. See, a smart person can play dumb, but a dumb person can never play smart. It be real prevalent. I mean, it's like night and day when you hear a dumb person trying to be smart. See, but when a person is smart, you know what I'm saying? Like me, I still got ratchetness in me. You know what I'm saying? I still walk around with the yapper, you know what I'm saying, for no reason. But at the end of the day, that's 10% of how I am now. 90% of me is strictly business. But when I'm the 10%, I call that playing dumb. Because I'm playing amongst the people that I knew and I grew up with. You get what I'm saying? So when I come around there and act dumb around them, I'm accepted. But when I try to use my 90% of talking smart, you know, oh man, there he go again. There he go again, trying to sell us something, trying to open up a business. You see what I'm saying?
Like, that's just not what I do. I'm going to be my authentic self, and you either love it or you leave it. I'm old enough to not have to, try to fit into any other box or any space. I am who I am. I do what I do, and I try to associate myself with people who have similar thoughts and similar behaviors and patterns. Because I'm about the money.
Now, Yemoja, we're in LA, so when it comes to the business districts, it's going to be the Somalis, it's going to be the Nigerians, it's going to be the Jamaicans. But where is Black American? Where is the Black American stamp? Because see, I'm a tether.
Okay, so I live in Ladera. So
oh man, you balling then? Oh man, you 360 balling then.
No,
Ladera Heights, $1.2 million homes.
I've chosen to be in a space that people like me have goals, ambitions, and go after them. But I can live anywhere. I can.
That's dope.
But hold on, no, don't stop, don't end it right there, because see, everybody always think that I'm hard on people. I can't let you get away with this. Tell me why you can't live anywhere.
I said can.
Okay, now tell me why you can live anywhere.
Because I know where I came from. I didn't come with the silver spoon in my mouth. I grew up in Savannah, Georgia. Okay.
But tell me, what's your preference?
I'm gonna be wherever I can be me, wherever that is.
Vague.
So if it got to a point here
that's real vague. Now, come on now, help us out a little bit. Now we know you're gonna be wherever you can be. You can be wherever you want to be, wherever you want to go. I'm just asking you, what's your preference?
Yemoja got that Oscar Mayer.
Yeah, where I can be accepted for myself, because I don't give a damn what people think. Sorry, Dynast. I don't care.
But you stay in LA. What's your preference where you live at? Yeah, I mean, you got to be specific.
Where I can get to any business opportunity within 15 miles.
That's where I was getting to, Miss. That's where I was getting to. Your thought process is. Let me tell you something. A woman that talks like you're gonna scare off 85% of Black men.
I'm okay with that.
But hold on though. But see, that ain't fair though. See, that's what I was saying earlier with the problem in our community. That a sister like you that speaks on a business level, you're gonna scare off 85% of the men, because they want this is what they want, Miss Yemoja. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Damn, you fine. Damn, you thick. I know the women up there hating on you at your job, because you must be the baddest thing up in there. You know what I'm saying? Let me take you out. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'll buy you something that can hug your curve, because you got nice waist, you got nice ass and everything. So listen, we're going to go here and we're going to make these bitches jealous. You get what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we'll go to a spot where you know that it's other women that dislike you, so we can go in there and show out on you. I got about $600-700 on me right now. I'm willing to spend it all to make your day good and my day good so we can have a good night at the end. That's what they want you to go for.
I must come with some kind of repellent scent or look in my eyes because I don't get that kind of dialogue.
Because it's the energy you put out. It's that you can just tell within you came here and spoke your first 7 or 8 words. You can tell that you can come at you with those dreams of talking about how fat your ass and titties is. That's not gonna impress you.
You got it.
But for most of our community, that what impresses Black women. They start talking about who she look better than. You look better than all your friends. I know you the best looking thing at your office. That's what we like to go for because we're hypersexual.
But also on the flip side of that, for the men, if you're not finding success with that kind of woman, then you got to change some things so that you can have a conversation with me. I'm not someone, like I said, I know where I'm from. I know what my family does. I know where my people are. I know what my people have done. So I'm not someone that you can approach in a laid back way. You don't have to break out the damn thesaurus and the Webster dictionary to talk to me. But there's just certain things you can't say to me and expect to have a long-term conversation.
But that's the problem though.
But I'm not someone who, is looking for someone to be the intellect, because I don't want to, I do that, 6 or 7 hours a day. I'm not trying to have that, in regular conversation.
I understand.
But I will, if you come to me and approach me in a respectable manner, we can have a conversation.
Let me explain something to you, Mr. Emoji. You have been talking for the last 5 or 10 minutes, and what I'm trying to tell you is that it's always it's an extreme. So a lot of times Black people, we go from one extreme to the next. So I hear you. You're talking about the middle ground, a middle ground level head conversation. What I'm saying is that that's where the 15% of Black people stand up. We stay in the middle. We can go to one extreme to the next, but we stay in the middle. So what I'm saying is that most Black men are just trying to talk you out your ass and the next make you laugh to your panties drop in the first 15 to 20 minutes. And if they don't see that they have a full access, a beeline straight to the draws, they're going the opposite way. So that's what I'm saying about how you do, because let me tell you something. We had guys up on here, and let me tell you something. You ain't said the word period. You ain't said the word is giving. You ain't said none of that. But we had grown men before you came on this platform talking just like ratchet females, using the word period, using the word who hurt you. You get what I'm saying? Using that type of lingo. You haven't used that type of lingo at all.
Or
so already can tell what level you on. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to talk to an intellectual. You could just talk regular to a person, and then that person will be like, man, I can't even play games with her, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like dudes will put you in the intellectual box category. You know what I'm saying?
I have street smart too. That I do.
But that's not your persona. See, you're saying that you can. I get you, but hold on. Believe me, I'm talking good for you. The problem is that most of our people walk with that street mentality all on their face. They smell like street mentality. They ooze street mentality. They regurgitate street mentality. Everything that they look at is a street mentality. Everything that if they go to the grocery store, they have a street mentality.
Or Linwood, Yamosha. He think you in Compton or Linwood. Like I was born in Linwood, and yeah.
But no, nah, because I just went over there to go to the Walmart Supercenter. So like, don't act like I'm just in my little bubble over here.
Hey, listen, we're gonna Emoji. Are you? I was gonna close out, but you got anything else you want to say? You got anything else you want to say, Emoji?
One last thing I do want to say is a shameless plug, but I do help people transition into tech, and so that was the premise that I called in on. I do help people leverage their existing skills and abilities to transition to tech.
Put your email out there so the simps can
put the
send
email.
you dick pics.
Okay, we'll do.
No,
I'll give it to Dinah.
Yamoja, put your email in the back chat. I would definitely like to get in contact.
Okay. Oh,
Hey, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror Search for
You
Who.
better have some nice pics on Instagram too.